All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xbox on the Iconic Video Games channel. I am your host, Axel1324.
And I am CoolCatTerri.
And I'm your resident guest, DREADPOOL.
That's right. And not only that, guys, we have our first special guest since Good Morning Xbox has returned to the Iconic Video Games channel. And that is none other than fellow GUG member Fastback. Fastback, how's it going?
Yo, hey, appreciate y'all. Finally, be able to come on, and I'm your special guest today for a good reason. So can't wait. Yeah,
I can't
talk all this again. This is gaming Christmas right now.
It is, man. How appropriate is this, right? We are on the countdown. 3 hours from now, we will be watching the Xbox Game Showcase / Starfield Direct. What a great pre-show we got going on for you guys here today. And not only that, guys, but the best part about the Xbox pre-show today is that it is on a Sunday, the Lord's Day, not some weird weekday. You know, they know that you got stuff to do on the weekday. Everybody works, but on the weekend, on the Lord's Day, it's Xbox Day now. That's right. So we're gonna get into our prayers, I guess, for the Lord's Day a little later, and when we talk about the Xbox Game Showcase and what they got going on. But first, guys, during the week, I believe on Thursday, it was Jeff Keighley kicked off the Summer Game Fest 2023. He showed off a couple of new trailers, and you know what? Well, let's start with Fastback. I want to know just what overall you thought about it and what games kind of caught your eye.
I thought overall it was pretty good. There were a few games that I did like. I thought it was a little funny with the whole Nick Cage. When he went on, it seemed kind of weird. He's more interested in how he was acting in the game than the actual game. But
I mean, I guess when you got a craft, you should focus on, right?
But he's a cool guy. I like him. But overall, I thought it started pretty good with a couple of games there with Persia, Prince of Persia, and then you had Mortal Kombat and Supersonic Stars was great, and I look forward to that. I was talking to Mike about that yesterday, especially with the co-op stuff.
Right.
So I'm really looking forward to that. Like I said, Mortal Kombat looked pretty good, so interested in that. The whole, I guess, a refresh or whatever. And of course, they showed Alan Wake 2 and Remnant. But the one that I really did enjoy seeing was, and Dredd brought it up earlier, was Toxic Commando with John Carpenter. That one that looked fun. A lot of gore, a lot of smashing. Zombies or whatever they were. So
yeah.
But overall, it was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was, it's like I was talking to Mike yesterday in the party chat that from the last couple of shows, I haven't really seen a wow factor from these showcases. So
right.
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We are still waiting to get blown away. Maybe we're just old and gotten too used to it.
Yeah.
And we're just waiting for it. But before we get into what the rest of the Good Morning Xbox crew thought, let's check in with the chat. First in with the iconic chat, we got Your Wicked Hawk. He says, hey, good morning, everyone. Gonna be a great show today. Good morning, Your Wicked Hawk. Thank you so much for joining us. We got Noof Nukem. He says, good morning, fellow Xbox fans. Hello, Doggy Dog, CoolCatTerri, You're Wicked Hot. And that's right. Good morning to Noof Nukem. He has his multi-plat gaming podcast now, the Gaming Fuse. Be sure to check that out on Mondays. And let's see. We got Doggy Dog, my brother from Iconic Video Games Podcast. He says, good morning to everybody. Of course, we got Fastback in the chat. Gentle Spartan joins us. He says, good morning, everyone. It's a great day for Xbox. Yeah. Cannot wait. Red Monkey Butt says, totally new. Well, buy an Xbox. He already did, Red Monkey Butt. You didn't see it? He already did. Noof went and, did his Noofonomics and got himself another Xbox. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Back from the Dead. Shout out to Back from the Dead. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP as well. And we got Eternal Shaddai saying, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Crazy Greek Dude. What's up, Crazy Greek Dude? Thank you so much for joining us. What else do we got? Jesse Darby joins us. He says, good morning. And remember, keep an open mind today. There we go. Let's see. And I think that's it for the chat. By the way, chat, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. It means the world to us. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us get discovered. And if you're just lurking in the background, we appreciate you too. Thank you so much for checking us out. So, Fastback, out of all those games you mentioned, which one was the one you liked the most? You said?
I would say Toxic Commando.
Okay.
Just because it's new and
this one right here, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Just because I like arcadey games like that where you don't have to worry about, just sit there and just run through, enemies like that, and it look like you have vehicles you can drive and run around and shoot. And I guess being John Carpenter tied to it, there's going to be some story to it. So I'm kind of interested in that. That dark apocalyptic world. Some of the humor, should be there too. So yeah, I look forward to that.
Awesome. Terry, why are you there? Here we go. Terry, Summer Game Fest. What did you think of Summer Game Fest, and which game were you most impressed by?
Okay, so I did a quick highlight because it was on when I was at work.
Yes.
Which is great for me because that means I could skip.
Yeah.
So I was able to take a 2-hour show and get it done in like 5 minutes.
Oh no.
But I would say, there were quite a few games that caught my eye, but the one that got me the most excited, probably Space Marine 2. We've already known about it, but they actually dropped that they have up to 3-player co-op, which is amazing because the first one was single player. So that got me even more excited. So now I can play Space Marine 2, but with friends. So I got really giddy.
That one did look good. Of course, it reminds me of Gears.
I really love that.
Well, it should. See, it's how Gears basically stole stuff from one, but
What are you talking about? Gears is the innovator.
Well, I wonder where they got that that Lancer with the chainsaw on it. Or hammer.
Dreadful Summer's Game Fest. What did you think of it overall, and which game or games stood out to you?
I thought it was too long. That's for sure. It really wasn't. It was okay. It started off good. It that was the thing, is it started off good, and then towards the end, I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just bored and tired because it was so long that I started forgetting stuff was there,
Right.
and just kind of as we were talking, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That was something I was looking forward to. So obviously we're going to say Mortal Kombat 1 was one of the big ones. Again, Alan Wake. What was Nicolas Cage? As fast as
Dead by Daylight.
That was really cool. The fact that I looked at it, the fact that he was trying to give you every piece of him. So every grunt was him, every sound was him that he was doing. He wanted to make sure that everything was authentic of his character as his voice.
Yeah.
So
now that I appreciate that, it's Nick Cage that you're playing, you recognize his voice and stuff.
It's not just somebody dubbing over trying to sound like him because they forgot to do something,
Yeah.
So, that was something, that I really enjoyed hearing and appreciated, the fact that he put so much of himself into the game to make sure that when you play him, it's actually him, and there is no falsity of a voiceover, another actor coming in, and kind of like we had with
Spider-Man,
Arnold Schwarzenegger. He
AI
was
voices.
a good, it just I don't know, but anyway, and then obviously John Carpenter's Toxic Commandos looked really cool. As soon as I saw John Carpenter, I was like, wow, I can't wait to see what this is about. And just seeing all that, it was like, oh, okay, cool. But then again, the rest of it, there were so many good things that everybody was bringing up, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that one. Oh, I forgot about this one. But again, it was so long that only certain key games came up, and everything else kind of got forgotten on the wayside. So if it wasn't something that clicked with you right away, that stuck with you, even though it clicked and you liked it, you may have forgotten it like I did. I just completely forgot about it. I'd have to look over the list again and see what was there to be like, oh yeah, that was good. This was good. That one was good. But you get so much fodder in there that there's no point, and that's something that we've been complaining about Sony, or not really Sony, but Xbox on doing, was filling in so much stuff that nobody cares about, even though it's stuff that other people care about, but it's just too much. If they mixed and matched a little bit and not have as much, I think it would have been a better show.
Too much Keeley.
Too much Keeley, too much everything. It
just having people on stage, right? Interviewing.
Well, so, yeah, the interviews, I don't like the interviews. Put the interviews on after the show or in between. That if you want to switch over, you can watch the interview, something like that. Give it, give those people their due justice. But I mean, someone like Nicolas Cage, you leave on there.
Yeah, and that's what gets me. Is like he's taken over the E3. He's supposed to be bring the next big thing for gaming, right around this time of year, and he did the show 2 hours, and then that's it. Was there anything else after? Like, you think he would have some kind of summer games after?
He did.
After the show,
it ran for 2 more hours.
It was 4 hours long.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Well, the video was that first half was nothing but the intro waiting to start. But then once you got past that spot, it was like boom, boom, boom. Everything was there. It's like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. But again, after a while, it was like, okay, here's something that I've never heard of before. I don't seem to have any interest in it. And then it just kind of pulls you away from that excitement. So everything that was good kind of turned into meh.
Yeah.
Overload.
Yeah. I feel great thing, DREADPOOL. Great dissertation, I guess, of the Game Awards. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat real quick. Darren, shout out to Darren joining us. First time I see your name. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. He says he from the Xbox Showcase, he wants the Gears of War collection shadow dropped with a Marcus Phoenix statue collectible. That'd be epic. And a release date for Forza would be nice. Absolutely. I agree with that one. Doggy says, me and Axel love John Carpenter. That's right. He's my favorite horror director because he's the only one I know right now.
You know him now.
Watch the Iconic Video Games podcast. You know that me and Doggy had no clue who he was. And Death Dealer was the one who had to educate us on who.
She was so disappointed.
It was pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Like this. I like this better. Here we go. So then let's see. Doggy says Mortal Kombat 1 stole the show for me by far. Fark K Jones says, shout out to Fark K. Thank you so much for joining us. He says, good morning, all. Good morning, Fark K. Thank you so much. Darren, he's a little disappointed that Alan Wake 2 is not a proper sequel. Very disappointed. It's an Alan Wake story, but it's definitely not Alan Wake. And it's not from the trailers we've seen so far. Is
there books on Alan Wake? Like, is something to know, like what a sequel would be? I mean,
Alan Wake, the first one, you played Alan Wake, and I think what it is on the second one, you're playing an Alan Wake story. Like, he's the one narrating it.
Yeah.
But you're not playing as Alan Wake, at least not in the trailers we've seen so far. You never know, man. They could pull a fast one on you.
Well, so maybe I heard this wrong, but when they were talking about Alan Wake, and Sam said that you can almost play either character throughout the whole game. So I kind of took it as you're still going to have, even if you want to play the whole game as Alan, you still got to play one of the other character at least at some point, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I heard that right, but
yeah, you should, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So I looked. There are Alan Wake comic books. So if you really care that much about Alan Wake, then you should be reading the comic books.
That's right.
Yeah, I think part of it becomes depending on the storyline as to who you can, I believe you're basically playing the female lead, and then certain parts of the story you can jump in as the male lead. But I believe it's mostly the female is the lead that you're playing, from my take of it.
Yeah. And then Alan is in the dark world, right? He's like in a different. I don't know. I didn't play the first one, so
yeah,
I didn't get really excited for it, so I had no clue. So
It's on my backlog, so I definitely want to play Alan Wake. But again,
Yeah.
there's so many games on my backlog. Too many games, not enough time. That's the curse of being a lifetime gamer. Eventually, you just want to play them all, you know. Let's see. Darren says, very surprised Kojima didn't show up. Yeah, where was this BFF forever, Kojima? You're right.
Well, he might be on the show
Kojima
later
got
today.
Too busy making the sequel to his mailman simulator.
FedEx simulator.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Kojima was a real big fan of Paperboy, and he's like, how can I do this? No, shout out to Kojima. You know, he has innovated a lot.
Yeah.
I personally think his latest work was not that great, but that's just me. Let's see. I Can't Wait. He's supposedly making a Dead Space movie. Okay. Dead Space. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And of course, I'm not going to put any leaks or rumors up here because that's not what today's show is about. We're just here to talk awesome predictions. I don't really want to talk about leaks because at this point, you know, a few hours before the game, they're not leaks, they're spoilers. So I really don't want to spoil
then they are.
anybody's
If they
excitement
true.
who has managed to avoid leaks. So this will be a leak-free show, everybody. At least I hope so. And if you leak in the chat, I will mute you. I'm just saying.
Or block.
All right. Hey, don't ruin it for me, man. I love being surprised. I don't like the leaks. I am against it.
Yeah, me too.
So let's see. For me, there was so much. This Star Trek game, I remember playing. There was an RTS back in the early 2000s of Star Trek, and now there's Star Trek Infinite that looks like another RTS. Totally looking forward to it.
But that's a mobile, right? Or is it PC?
I don't know.
They said that the full reveal is still coming, so we don't know what it is.
Yeah. So, you know, I liked Space Marine. I liked Prince of Persia. Lies of P, of course, you know me.
Yeah.
Dark Souls. I love my Dark Souls game, my Souls-like games. Lies of P looks phenomenal. Sonic Superstars. I'm finally glad that Sonic gets proper multiplayer, much like the Mario Bros. Wii did.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that it's so much fun. Let's see. Remnant 2. Yeah, I was talking about Remnant from the Ashes.
Game was amazing.
You know, Remnant from the Ashes, it's the Dark Souls of guns. And it is so satisfying to beat those bosses.
So
and the
fun.
fact that you cannot find every boss in a single playthrough is even more awesome because you got to take your character to other worlds. So it encourages that 3-player co-op if you really want those bosses. So I'm really happy with that Remnant 2 coming out. I'm so excited for it. Like, cannot wait. Mortal Kombat 1. Yep, got Mortal Kombat 1. I'm not overly excited for John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. Not overexcited, but I'm not underexcited. I might try it. We'll see.
Well, how could you? You didn't even know who John Carpenter was.
Yeah. You know, if John Carpenter's Toxic Commando turns out to be more like a Back for Blood, I'm not going to enjoy it.
It looked like a Dead Rising game to me.
Yeah, more Dead Rising.
I hope it's more Dead Rising than Back for Blood. Path of Exile, I'm on a huge Diablo run right now. I'm playing Diablo a lot. So Path of Exile looks good too. I don't remember seeing this King Arthur. I might have been asleep.
It was close to the end.
Yeah.
Let's see. And of course, the another exclusive for another platform. I'm really excited for that one. We won't mention the game who shall not be named here.
Put it in the post.
It
See how many votes it gets. No.
But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Overall, you know, I think that Jeff Keighley, I understand he put on the show and he wants to be in front of the camera and be hosting like it's the late 1990s, early 2000s, but that format just doesn't work anymore.
He's
now
not Bob
people
Barker.
want the games. You know, Nintendo Directs, PlayStation State of Plays, and Xbox Developer Directs have really spoiled us into trailers. That's what we want to see, and that's what I'm going for. So this whole Game Awards style he has going on just ain't cutting it. Presentation for me was not it, but the games were fire, especially this one too, Like a Dragon Gaiden. I played Yakuza Like a Dragon, and I can't wait to play some more Like a Dragon sets.
What about Banished? The one where the couple, one's a The female, I don't know if it's
Vanishers
live.
goes to New Eden.
That looked pretty good. And I remember last year they showed that. I can't remember where, but they teased it. And now we got a full more reveal of it. And there was another one I would think that CoolCatTerri would be was it Sandland, Sand something?
Oh yeah, the Akira Toriyama game.
Yeah, that looked pretty
Sandland.
cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't play it, but I like the way it looked.
Yeah, it's got like that. Well, because Dragon Ball, of course. So it's got like that Dragon Ball / Borderlands look.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. This is why I'm so excited for it.
And another thing I thought was weird
I need
too.
to see more of it. I need to see more.
Yeah.
I love Dragon Ball. It's my favorite anime. I know
too.
all the Dragon Ball lore. I know it all, guys.
I don't know it all, but I love watching it. So ever since the 90s when they started coming this way.
It's definitely for me.
What did y'all think real quick about the whole Spider-Man 2 and that they revealed the date at this show instead of PlayStation's?
I think that good for Jeff, bad for the show, for the previous showcase.
Yeah.
It is odd that it would show on this showcase and not on their first party. But it's not out of the ordinary. Who was it? Hellblade got announced at the Keelys.
Yeah, and I understand that because especially around that time of year for the Game Awards, there's a lot of viewership. So that's one good thing that Keeley does. So, but
yeah,
I still thought it was strange because they could have announced the release date at the PlayStation deal. It would have been fine. I mean, PlayStation gets enough attention. So
yeah, I did find it odd, but maybe PlayStation just wanted attention to be for the upcoming Spider-Man. They did the showcase, and so they just gave the release date to someone else, not the trailer.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how they split it. Gameplay for us, release date for you, and that's the way I would have split it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it's a terrible thing. I just thought it was a weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's check in with the chat. Fart K says, my link is from Trust Me Bro. That's right. Trust me, bro. Let's see. Graphic God joins us. Shout out to Graphic God. He says, good morning, fam. Good morning. Morning to you, Graphic God. Doggy Dog. So they can have that Final Fantasy game, Get Lost, Squaresoft. Yeah, Squaresoft is in the dumpster with Xbox fans. It just is. Let's see. I think this could be the best showcase for Microsoft tonight, as I have not seen any spoilers or leak. Let's face it, the other shows have not had the wow factor at all. Ooh.
I agree.
And Doggy Dog is hoping for a new Killer Instinct. All right, but here we go, guys. Moving the topics right along. But before we do, Terry, let me end this. We had a poll.
We had a poll. All right. How would you rate Summer Games Fest 23? And 30. Why we have a split here? 37% split rated it a B and a C, and then 18% gave it an A, and 6% said it was a D.
All right, so C plus, B minus territory. All right, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, and it sounds accurate, But it is showcase season, and nothing really has wowed us yet. We still have the Future Game Show was yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Devolver had their game show showcase already. PlayStation did. Obviously, the Summer Games Fest did. Meta had their showcase as well, their VR showcase. Still up to come is Ubisoft Forward. The Xbox showcase, of course, is the big one. And the Capcom showcase, I believe, is there. And out of the big ones, I think that's it, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we're still waiting on those three. So yeah, but the showcases have been pretty meh. Universally, people have thought they've been pretty meh. So it's up to Xbox to come in.
No pressure.
Save the day. Help me, Xbox Game Showcase. You're my only hope. And let's get into the hopes and dreams, everybody. It's time to talk about the Xbox Showcase here on Good Morning Xbox. Now, we're going to move over to... this is a list of every Xbox Game Studio, courtesy of Games Radar. Whether you like Games Radar or not, it's okay. All I wanted was the list. And we're going to go down the list here in alphabetical order and talk about what you would like from 343 Industry and so forth and so on. So here we go. Phil Spencer comes on the show, obviously, or someone is going to open the showcase. You know, they've opened with Halo before in the past. 343. What are they going to show? Do you think they're going to be there? And if you do, what do you think they're going to show? Fastback. Let's start off with
I
you.
want to see campaign DLC.
That's right. Same.
I'm not a multiplayer gamer. I like it, but give me some campaign. Not much. I'm not as much.
All right. So you think they're going to be there with campaign
Yes.
trailer? All right. CoolCatTerri, 343.
I mean, well, I don't care about 343, honestly. I don't know. They'll nuke the pie. I don't know what they're going to do. Like, I don't know.
How about them make a Halo game in the genre that you like?
I mean, they already have a Halo game in the genre I like. I just don't like Halo.
Well, maybe another one.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. More than likely, though, I feel like they're just going to drop him as a cameo in something. You know, they already did Fortnite, so I'm sure he'll be in something else.
Yeah. Okay. So Terry doesn't care.
Nope.
DREADPOOL, 343. Do you think they're going to be there?
What do you think?
Well, I mean,
Wait, you can't read that, right? Now you
hold
can. Zoom
Halo
it in.
2. That's right.
So no, I think they're going to release info for season 5, and but I'd like what Fastback said. It'd be nice to see some campaign. I would actually like to make an addendum to that and add campaign co-op with season 5. I'm sorry, season 5.
Season 4.
DLC, some campaign DLC. Make sure that it's automatically co-op. I want to see some more of that and some more wishful thinking. Maybe, I don't know, go back to the original Combat Evolved where it was a little bit more horror-esque. You know, maybe it's a new game drop that would be, you know, and that could also be part of the DLC. You know, get the Flood in there to be a little bit more on the horror side. And have fun with it. You know, get some of that blood and guts out there and quit cleaning it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Not bad. So a little action horror getting with the Flood. A lot of people have been clamoring for the Flood to return. I would love some campaign DLC. Halo has technically never had campaign DLC outside of Halo 4 with the Spartan Ops.
Yeah.
If you recall, Spartan Ops in Halo 4. But I really wish they would do campaign DLC personally. Because I would love for them to just go back to the Spartan Ops thing, give us a different squad if you got it, just tell us a story. And you know what happened in Spartan Ops affected Halo 5 if you followed Halo 4 to 5. And it was free. You didn't have to pay for it. You just had to play it, which made it even better. And then, so I would love I think, what was it that they called it? The Endless?
Mm-hmm.
What they trademarked. So 343 trademarked the word The Endless. And of course, if you played Halo Infinite, you know who the Endless are. So get us some DLC on the Endless. You know, Halo Infinite's supposed to have this 10-year plan, and you can't do 10-year plans without some more games. Some of us only play campaign or buy Halo 4 campaigns.
Yeah,
on the multiplayer side, I want Warzone to come back. You know, Firefight Warzone, where it's PvEVP or PvE with epic bosses. I would love for that to come back. You know, it got introduced, I believe, in Halo Reach or Halo 3 ODST, and it's been kind of a staple of Halo, and we haven't seen it yet in Infinite. So I would really love to get back to that Warzone PvE. Multiplayer PvE style of multiplayer. So I would really love for that to happen during the season. I hope they announce it. If you're not going to announce that, I don't want to see no season 4 trailer crap. You can stay off the showcase. I hope 343 is there. I want them to be there, but only if they have things to announce.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, in the chat, let us know if you think 343 will be there, and if you want them, what you want them to announce. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say about any of these studios. So yeah, and you know, 343 could do that horror aspect with an ODST style. You know, even though everybody and their mom is a Spartan, Now you could have just a regular Marine trying to survive on that ring crash. I mean, being hunted down by the Banished, that's scary as a regular Marine, right?
Yeah.
You could do kind of a lone wolf survival style of horror.
Kind of like with the Gears. Remember they had that DLC, that standalone Gears 5. Remember?
Gears, sorry, you're talking about Hive Busters?
Hive Busters, yeah. Yeah.
That wasn't
Be nice
horror,
to
though.
have-
That was just fun.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, if 343 did something like that inside, maybe an Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Moving on. We got Alpha Dog Games now. To refresh my memory, what does Alpha Dog do?
Mobile gaming.
Mobile gaming. All right. Alpha
recently
Dog.
Mighty
They just
Doom.
released, I believe, Tiny Doom.
Mighty Doom.
Mighty Doom. That's what it is. On mobile. Do you think the mobile developer Alpha Dog will get the spotlight? Fastback.
No, maybe since this just came out, unless they have something else they're working on, they want to announce. And I could see that somewhere in the show.
Okay, so they won't get any spotlight. They haven't yet.
Nah. Yeah.
No. They did. They did at the. They got like more of a commercial.
They are
the
working
direct.
on a new game. It's Wraith something or other. I don't know what it is, but they are working on another game.
Oh, so you know the game they're working on, Wraith something?
Wraith something or other.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
does Games Radar say what they're working on? Let's see. Alpha Dog. Nope. They don't leak anything. So there you go. Alpha Dog.
You can
what? I'm just gonna
you
scroll
can
through
click
this
on
list
it; it'll
like this.
drop you down.
Yeah. Alpha Dog from Bethesda.
I feel like he likes to scroll though, Dreadpool.
I don't know.
I do. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to get
Maybe
as
he
much-
is a scroll. Who are
There
you?
we go. Alpha Dog Games from Bethesda. We can see it now. There we go. Terry, you don't think they're gonna be there?
Probably not. I mean, it's possible, but I feel like that would. People are not going to be looking for mobile gaming here. That's something that you can show off ad nauseum at E3, where they have like a whole hour of just nothing but mobile stuff. Like, do it there. People don't want to see that for this.
All right. Dread. Alpha Dog.
No, nothing. I don't think we'll see anything. I don't think we'll hear anything just yet.
Yeah, I'm with Doggy on this. Please, no mobile games. Put that in the extended showcase. I absolutely 110% agree with my brother here, Doggy Dog. I don't want to see mobile games at this showcase. I want to see the big AAA games. That's why it's called a showcase. You have developer directs. You had Inside Xbox. You got other places. Yeah, but put that in the extended showcase.
The extended.
Put that in the back.
I tell you what, that guy is funny. He's hysterical.
Dreadpool, I do enjoy his brand of comedy. Funny guy, funny looking
Yeah.
too. All right, so far nothing too excited yet, right? So moving on, we got Arcade Studios. Now, Arcade Studios just released a game earlier this year to terrible critical reception, mixed gamer reception. Are they gonna be there? Fastback. What do you want Arcade Studios to be there? And if so, what do you think they're working on? Because they haven't announced anything outside of oh god, what's this?
Arcane.
What's this
I mean,
game called?
Redfall.
Redfall. Thank you. Yes. Redfall.
I don't expect them to be there since they just now had Redfall come out and they're still supporting that. But if they were, I'd like to see either another Prey game or Dishonored 3.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that. All right. Terry, Arcane.
Yes, I think they'll be there, and it won't have anything to do with Redfall. I think they'll be there to probably possibly promote some new DLC or something for Deathloop, since that game's already been out a year. So they'll probably start pushing more content for it.
Okay. You don't think they'll show up with Deathloop? Dreadpool.
Well, you guys got to remember that there's multiple teams there. It's not just one team now. They have multiple teams. So I do believe that they'll be there. I don't think that their other teams will have anything to show just yet. But what I do think they will show and say Redfall 60 FPS performance mode.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
If I'm with Dreadpool on this one. If Arcane shows up at all, it better be just a quick snippet of them shadow dropping 60 FPS mode right now, like literally right now, because not that that's the only problem with Redfall. Obviously, it has a lot of problems, but that was one of the more, player backlash problems, And again, we discussed this in one of our episodes where we just don't think these Bethesda studios are accustomed to being held to that first party standard. Like you are supposed to get the most out of this hardware, and you're not. Get your stuff together. And I'm so sad about Arcane because up until Redfall they never missed. They never missed up until Redfall. Dishonored 2, Prey, Deathloop, all of them Game of the Year contenders.
They were still glitches in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they were.
But people, again, like you said, people forgave it because it wasn't Xbox.
Yeah.
Now that it is, there's no forgiveness.
You gotta have that first party mentality, and it will come with time. It will come with time, I think. But I think the next time we see Redfall is going to be for the, I don't know, Xbox Series S and X2. The next console generation.
Wow, not that long.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes forever to make games now. So,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they announce some kind of DLC if they want to still support it. I mean, I think they should still support it because there is, I'm pretty far into it. Mm-hmm. So there is a good core game there that they can expand on. There's potential there. So I don't know. We'll see.
I think they would. I think they will probably add more characters down the road. Yeah,
they could add more.
I can see that.
More powers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
The game is definitely made for that live service aspect, but live service games only work if you have an audience. And unfortunately for Redfall, you only have one opportunity to make a good impression or first impression. And they missed it. So unless somehow they pull a Sea of Thieves or a No Man's Sky, I don't see Redfall going very far.
Well, they have the support that as far as Xbox, Microsoft money this time.
Yeah, but Microsoft money isn't going to keep you alive forever. I mean, look at Bleeding Edge, was it?
Yep.
But that was more of a project type game,
This was too, actually.
Yeah,
it was, but
a fan project that they pushed them to go ahead and proceed.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with Arcane, but I don't think they're going to be at the showcase personally. Not even for 60 FPS. They might be in the extended show, but I don't think they're going to show up personally. All right, so far, let's move it along here. Let's check in with the chat. Let's see. Cheo Walker joins us. Redfall for 60 FPS would be something for the extended showcase. Yeah, agreed. Death Dealer, shout out to Death Dealer. She is from the Iconic Video Games podcast on Friday. She says, I agree, Doggy. No mobile games. I could also live without movies/show trailers. There is a time and place for everything. Now, Aaron Greenberg did announce that it's all games and it's all no CGI trailers.
No full CGI. He said no full CGI. So you're still gonna have CGI.
Yeah, but it's all gonna have. But every trailer from Xbox, he was very clear, from Xbox,
exactly,
will have in-engine or gameplay.
Yes.
So very excited about that announcement. That announcement by itself got me hyped because I love watching in-engine. Just throwing it out there. Shout out here to the Renegades himself, Mike Wallace from the original Next Level Gaming. He says, good morning, Xbox. Look at this fire panel. Shout out to Mike Wallace. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Guys, if you are just joining us, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It really helps us get discovered on the YouTube live algorithm. We appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, the Doggy is right. They better have some DLC. Didn't they sell a Bite Back expansion bundle? Doggy is right. Doggy is right. That Bite Back edition did include the first DLC free. You know what your DLC is going to be, Doggy, for free? 60 FPS.
45.
Right.
Cheo Walker says, also 2 more hunters were already in plan for Redfall. Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Darren, again, repeating what Doggy said, he says, did an Arcane sell an expansion season pass with Redfall? Yep. They better be going at it. Lost Boomer, shout out to Lost Boomer. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Let's see. Mike Wallace says, love you guys. Hey, we love you too, Mike. Let's see.
See you later, Mike.
Yeah, and that's all we have for Redfall. I personally don't think they'll be there. I'm with DREADPOOL to the extended showcase, also known as the Keeleys. So, all right, here we go. The fifth studio. No, wait. No, not the fifth studio. Yeah, okay. So Bethesda Game Studios. Now, Bethesda Game Studios obviously working on the Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Starfield. They're working on Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. So we know Starfield is going to be there. They're going to be there so big they're going to get their own thing. But outside of Starfield, Elder Scrolls was announced 5 years ago. The Elder Scrolls 6, this little image
and Starfield
came across our face 5 years ago, and we haven't seen anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bethesda Game Studios take some thunder away from Starfield and throw Elder Scrolls 6 up there. Fastback, what do you think?
Maybe a little teaser. Maybe a little something.
Maybe a little something. Maybe a little environmental show.
Yeah. And just for wishful thinking, now Todd Howard did say they are working on the next Fallout.
They are.
So, yeah. So they keep in pace with these past showcases showing movies. Maybe they'll show the Fallout TV series. How about that? Why not?
They better not. They better not. Oh, yeah. And Jesse Darby, shout out to Jesse Darby also bringing it that all trailers are going to be labeled. That's right. That's right. Finally.
Yeah.
It's going to be clear. Okay, so you think they'll be there with Elder Scrolls 6 to show at least an environment, in-engine environment?
Sure, why not?
All right. Terry, Elder Scrolls 6, again, the big dog is Starfield. But do you think Elder Scrolls 6 will be there?
No, I do not. I think that when time comes, that's going to be something that they're going to save for the Game Awards.
Okay.
They'll have their world premiere. You know what I mean?
That's that more of a multi-plat show. You know, keep that audience
they'll
engaged.
They'll save it.
Yeah. All right. So Terry does not believe they'll be there. DREADPOOL, Elder Scrolls 6, or Bethesda Game Studios in general. Will they be there outside of Starfield?
They will be there, but not for Elder Scrolls.
Oh. So you sound very sure. Is there something you know that you shouldn't tell us, and probably won't tell us?
Close your ears.
No, don't tell me.
I'm not telling you. I'm going to tell everybody else.
Oh my gosh.
Indiana Jones.
I thought that was a different studio, wasn't it?
Well, Machine
Games, yeah. We haven't got into Machine Games yet.
Ah, that's right. Well, they're still under. Oh, that's right, because they're under ZeniMax.
Yeah.
But I thought it Bethesda because Todd Howard was part of it.
Well, I mean,
remember, there's
Todd Howard's the face of Bethesda.
Yeah, there's different studios.
There's Softworks and then Game Studio, so it's confusing.
Yeah,
it is confusing when everything's under ZeniMax and they all yet again go interchange between them and Todd Howard is running that one too. So here he is here he is there. So it is confusing, but I'm still going to say that I don't see Elder Scrolls coming away. I don't think that they would want to steal the fire from Starfield. I think they want to keep that hype there as opposed to the next game that they're working on, even if it is Fallout, Elder Scrolls, whatever. I don't think that they would want to pull that hype level away, until after Starfield is launched, and then say, "Hey, here's the next game on the next event."
All right. I'm gonna side with Fastback on this. I think Elder Scrolls in-engine world will be shown. We might see a dragon or two. The world of Elder Scrolls. I love playing Elder Scrolls Online. The world of Elder Scrolls is so amazing and so fantastical. You could choose to go play Elder Scrolls 1 through 5 and possibly never play any other game ever again. That's how expansive each game is, how deep it is. And it's been 5 years, and it takes time to build this, but it has been 12 years since Skyrim released.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. It says so right here. 2011. Yeah, 12 years since Skyrim released. Fallout 4 released in 2013, I think. 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a decade since some of these tentpole franchises have come out. So I'm actually going to say we're either going to see an Elder Scrolls in-engine world look, not any gameplay, or we might get the same from Fallout on that one. So I think Bethesda Game Studios will be there, but it's going to be a quick, 30-second teaser style is what I think. All right, so we're 5 studios in. Let's recap real quick. Scrolling. I know Terry loves the scrolling. 343 Industries. Overall sentiment is it probably won't be there. Alpha Dog Games won't be there. Arcane Studios won't be there. Oh, we're only 4 studios in. I thought we were 5 studios in already. Sorry. I can't count. And Bethesda Game Studios, this is where we're split, or the majority of us think it's going to be there in some fashion.
Yeah.
I still think Arcane will be there.
All right. Yeah, I mean, hey, nobody's the say end all be all unless you're Phil Spencer here. And shout out Phil. Phil, reach out. I'll reach out to you, man. I would love to have you on Good Morning Xbox. Let's see. Alex says, if Starfield ain't good, Microsoft would be in trouble. No good flagship releases in the last 2 years. I would disagree with that. Arcane is the first miss outside of the 80s that Xbox has had in 3 years. Regardless of what you think of some of their franchises, whether the games are for you or not, Xbox's releases have been consistently ranking over 80. Halo got an 84. Obviously, Forza Horizon 5 in the 90s. Hi-Fi Rush in the 90s. What else released that is big? Not indie, but big. I guess Hi-Fi Rush is kind of indie, but it was still really
count Deathloop and
Deathloop released, but again, that one kind of
Hi-Fi
released
Rush
at the
was a
same
double
time.
A.
Yeah,
that one's there. But overall, Xbox Game Studios as a whole, whether big game or small game, they've been in the 80s and above. Redfall is the first miss they've had in years, and even like Pentiment last year rated highly.
Mm-hmm.
Grounded rated highly, even though those weren't great big AAA experiences. They're still releasing quality games, and that's and Phil Spencer has said not every game will be AAA. He straight up stated that when he took over. So but I gotta agree with you, man. Starfield better be good. We'll talk about Starfield a little bit later with the panel, but yeah, it better be good. No Elder Scrolls more Avowed. That is a different Xbox studio. We'll get to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. And yeah, I agree with Doggy. I'd say Forza Horizon 5 was a pretty good flagship release in the last few years, but that's just him, and I agree. Forza Horizon 5 is a flagship. It's
Very
one of the
good.
big 3, Halo, Gears, Forza.
And it was back-to-back with 4.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Death Dealer says, oh, by the way, shout out to Shy Alex. Sorry, I didn't welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Death Dealer says, every few years they'll dangle Elder Scrolls to keep us reminded, but never release it. Oh, no. It's in development hell. Let's see. Crazy Louie. Crazy Louie. I don't see Crazy Louie. Is he in here? I don't know who that is. He said, Crazy Louie, you must be crazy today because I tell you, if there's a movie trailer, we're going to tie and feather you. It says tie her and feather you. Let's see. ZeniMax is the parent studio. Let's see. 2021 for sure, but it's 2023. Halo and Redfall were bust. I don't think Halo was a bust at all, man. I love that campaign. The campaign in Halo Infinite was
everybody discounts
tier.
the campaign just because the multiplayer wasn't all that. So.
Yeah, and it was an 87 Metacritic. Yeah, that's not a bust at all.
Nope.
Yeah. I want some
beat
BioWare
Redfall.
news, man. Hey, who doesn't, man? BioWare is a great studio. It's a great studio.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I beat Redfall. So, I mean, glitches aside, it wasn't that bad of a game. I had fun playing with friends. And even when I played solo, the glitches weren't really that game-breaking.
Nope.
So
It's got a good story too.
So
yeah,
it wasn't.
I like it.
I think people overhyped it, is what it was, and then obviously the glitches and the other things, being 30 frames a second versus 60 that they were expecting. I think there was a lot of animosity against the game in the first place. Yes, the game should have been better, but it wasn't that bad of a game.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting for them to patch it, and I might try it in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, hopefully, Alex, Xbox will put out something that you're really interested in, because not every game is for everybody, and maybe you just haven't found something that is for you. So hopefully this showcase, Xbox will show something that you find interesting, because you might think very little of Halo, just like Terry does.
Yep.
So even though we love Halo and Halo got an 87, Halo's a 0 in Terry's world.
Yeah.
So
maybe a 0.1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, not every big game is for everybody. So hopefully they'll put out something that you love, something that you'll find interesting, and get you excited to have an Xbox or be in their ecosystem. So let's move the show along, guy. Bethesda Software, so we're going to skip them because they're doing...
Yeah, I mean, we've pretty much already been talking about them.
Yeah, we're going to skip them. Compulsion. All right.
Mm.
This is the one I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Compulsion was acquired in 2018. They released We Happy Few in 2018 to mixed results.
Game Access or something like that, right?
Yeah. No. It wasn't early game. They released the beta and then they grew the game, and I think they got away from that whole survival aspect that they wanted. But Happy Few had a great art style, was marketed well. The story was executed not the best. And Compulsion was one of those studios that Xbox wanted to keep small. Behind the scenes, they argued that they wanted to get bigger, much like a lot of the other 2018 acquisitions. But we haven't seen nothing from Compulsion in 5 years. Fastback, 5 years, nothing.
Yeah, it's a long one. Me and Mike talked about that, and they are due. There was something out there where there was talk of them doing kind of like a dark fantasy type game, and but we thought maybe last year they would have showed something, but they didn't. So I'm hoping they finally announce what it is they're working on today. I think they will be there.
All right, you think they will be there?
Yeah,
you think they will be there? All right,
I believe so. We're due. Yeah, it's been a while.
We're due. Yeah, Terry. We haven't seen or heard anything from Compulsion. 5 years since their last release. 5 years since they were acquired. Crickets. What do you got?
It's possible they could be there. They might finally let us, know what they might have been working on. But I don't know. I mean, I expect it to be a long turnaround for them because they are a small studio. They only have 25 people, so they're not going to be able to churn stuff out like the larger guys. So I expect them to have a wait. I don't know. It's possible they could be there, but I mean, I'm not expecting them.
Right. Dread Compulsion. Smaller game studio, 5 year silence.
Well, I think they're going to show Project Midnight.
Yeah, that's it.
Midnight,
That's
okay.
So not giving away the name of the game.
No. Project is fine.
They already had some name releases that were leaked. So who knows if they're actually true or not. But we'll just go with the project name. And I think they'll show us something, probably the official name, and maybe a teaser trailer or something to kind of give us an idea. But I think they're going to stay with this art style that they've developed and kind of go from there.
Absolutely. So I played We Happy Few. I like We Happy Few, believe it or not.
Yeah, I did too.
Because I love the art style that I don't even know what the art style is called. Terry, help me out here. What do you call this art style?
It's
like almost marionette, robotic.
On drugs.
Drugs.
Too happy.
LSD. I love the LSD style.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a yeah, baby style.
Yeah, groovy. it's a hard art style to describe, but once you're in it, man, it's good.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's
and
like-
it's creepy too.
It's
Yeah.
like the
It's creepy.
60s, 70s.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's creepy. It's
yeah.
uncomfortable.
Kind of like a
Yeah.
like a sci-fi Victorian.
Yeah, like it's not steampunk Victorian. It's more like
60s, 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
60s. Yeah.
60s, 70s art style. I love the art style. First off, I love arcade. I didn't. The one problem I had with We Happy Few and Compulsion Games is if you weren't popping that pill, you couldn't really complete the game.
Yeah.
Right. I thought you were going to be able to jump in and out of I don't know, your drug state,
Mm-hmm.
your enhanced state, I'm going to call it, at will, and be able to, see the world for what it really was and finish the game. And you really couldn't. That, to me, that was the big fall of We Happy Few. But it was still a good game. In my opinion, the survival aspect of it was a little, again, you had to, if you didn't have that drug, you weren't having a good time. So all your resources, your survival, went towards just getting that pill. So I think they needed some balances, but overall, I like the world they built. Whatever Project Midnight is, I hope it's there. It's been 5 years. Compulsion Games, come on, man! I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for the little guys. Out of all the studios they acquired, a lot of them are critically acclaimed and all this. Compulsion Games came in with a dud the same year they came in. So they're kind of they got a lot to prove. They are being held to kind of like, Phil Spencer might be like, don't make me hit this cancel button on your studio. If you give me another dud. And Microsoft is not ashamed of shutting down studios, guys. I mean, they're there to make money. So Compulsion Games, you got to deliver, guys. I really don't want this art style to go away.
The problem
It'll be
was
the
they
next
changed-
Lionsgate.
I was going to say the problem was they changed the game so much from the initial concept.
Yes,
And
that was the
whole
problem.
thing. You were supposed to not take the pill as much as possible
Yes.
in order to be able to hide the fact that you're not taking it.
Oh man, they knew right away. They knew immediately if you weren't on the pill. There was no
Yeah,
sneaking
it
about
was
it or
too
fun
easy.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that when it was in Game Access, I remember playing it was in Game Access or whatever that was called. Remember, it's kind of like
Early access.
early
Early
access.
access. Yeah.
And I
Well, they
remember
released
playing
like
it
a beta,
there.
I think, or something.
Yeah.
Didn't
No, it was a fleshed
it was
out
like
game, but just like Ark was there. So
Yeah.
and it was different in the beginning, and then they got the feedback from people and they changed it up. So
Mhm.
that's why, and it was a work in progress where you could play it.
See, and this is why you don't always listen to the fans, because the fans will alter your game. The vision that they originally had was great, but
Mhm.
again, some people didn't like that. And this is what happens when you don't let your artistic freedom go and just go with the flow, and you listen to everybody else talking. You change up too much to appease everybody,
Yeah.
and then nobody's happy. That's the problem. This game had a great direction that they was going,
Mhm.
and just veered off the end. And hopefully, because now that we don't know anything about this next game, hopefully they stick to their artistic vision. This is why I said it's always hard to tell people what to put in their game, for them to listen and keep an open mind, and you want everybody to be able to have access to it. But sometimes certain games are not just playable by anybody, and because of trying to include everybody, just like
can't please
in life,
everybody.
you can't make everybody happy.
Nope.
Yep.
No matter how much you try, the more you try to make everybody happy, more people are upset with you. So same scenario here. And again, I think they screwed it up. But now with the new game, without the added feedback, I think they will do much better with Project Midnight than they did with this
Alright.
game.
Absolutely. The game is called We Happy Few, not We Happy All. They should have stuck to that We Happy Few mentality.
Well, they tried
yeah.
and they couldn't, so they said, "Here, more pills for everybody."
More pills for everybody. You know what makes everybody happy? Some more pills.
More
More like your
pills.
doctor.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
right. Let's check in with the chat real quick. That was hilarious. Fastback. That dealer says, I was just talking about We Happy Few. Yeah. I love the aesthetic of We Happy Few. I really do. Is the Xbox PC game show pre-recorded, by the way, or are we lucky enough to still have some cringe this year? I really missed that part of it. I think it's going to be pre-recorded.
Yes.
There's only viewing parties. but it's all going to be pre-recorded. Let's see. Megalodon Death Dealer says they can say whatever they want. The game will change before releases. They always do. Even after release, they change. Doggy Dog says he wants id Software showing off a new Doom would be epic. Not a shooter fan, but he loves Doom. Cy Alex says I would love a quick reboot. Yes. New game.
There you
we'll
go.
talk about that. Mike Mullis nails it right here. The original Next Level Gaming says it's like a Clockwork Orange. Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like not horror, but it's like uncomfortable. It's a great aesthetic. Retro Nerd, shout out to Retro Nerd. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. He says, what's up, chat? What's up, Retro Nerd? Thank you so much. Guys, if you are just joining us, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us get discovered on the live algorithm on YouTube. Let's see. Also looking forward to the traditional Ubisoft DDR dance cringe tradition. Oh man, I love the We Dance DDR trailers. They're so great. They're so great. I know Terry loves Ubisoft Award for that. Jason Beck, shout out to Jason Beck. He said, just remember, Xbox is #1. That's right.
Yes,
and Fart K say 3 hours to go. Actually, it's 2 hours to go, right? If I'm not mistaken. Dreadpool, you got the
12.
background. How many hours do we got?
It's 3. They started at 1.
Yeah, 3.
3 hours? All right, 3 hours. Whew. We got time. We got time, boys. We got time, guys. And that's it. But guys, let's see. Before we get to Terry's Indie Spotlight, Terry, we had a poll. Can you read the poll?
Here's a typo. But how many studios will be at the showcase? 40% of you said that they'll have over 15. 31% said you're going to have around 10 or more. And 13% said all of them. And 13% split was also saying that there's going to be around 5.
All right. So there you go. Oh, the Grand Negus speaks. He says 3 hours. So that's what it is. The Grand Negus has spoken. And he says, and that's not how you pronounce his name. Isn't that? Okay. How do you?
It's like parquet. Parquet.
Isn't that what I said?
Parquet. No.
Yeah. Fark and K, like in Spanish. K. Yeah. How did I say it? Farq?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
That sounds like you're cussing.
That's how you're supposed. That's how you're supposed to say it. You're supposed to say it like that. But that's not how you spell
Q.
But,
that's K.
We can't say it here.
Yeah.
Wait, he said, "There you go." Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Which one am I?
Yeah, there we go. All right.
It's the explicit sounding one.
No, I'm not going to say that one here.
You can't say that early.
K. Like French. Fart.
We apologize for Q. We're trying.
That's like saying, oh, I let out a fart, but in French, I let out a fart K.
Oh my gosh, terrible.
That's a bad dad joke. But not even a dad joke. What is that?
All right, let's see. Chai Alex says, what's your opinion this year on SG Summer's Game Face? Still mad, but a little better than last year. We gave our opinion earlier in the show. Overall, we liked it. They did show games we liked. We didn't like the format, but overall, we liked it as a whole. Right, guys?
Yeah, it was good games. Good games.
Yeah, that's right. And my wife is laughing at my fart joke. All right, let's get into Indie Terry Spotlight.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Indie Spotlight, and I got another great game for you guys today, and I hope you enjoy it. This one is going to be different. For some of you, it may not appeal to everyone, but it's still a fantastic game, and so I wanted to make sure I show it off today. So let's check it out. All right, everyone. So after us, this game came out here last month, and let me tell you, this game is gonna put you on a ride of emotions. All right, so I highly recommend if you want to have like a great experience where you just get wrapped into it and it just makes you think, and you just go on this journey with it, then this is the game for you. So it's a exploration platformer with some puzzles in there. And you're playing as Gaia. She's the spirit of life, and she's taking you on this journey through the world that has basically there's no humans or animals left. Humankind has destroyed everything, and everything's extinct. And so now you have to go on this journey and experience all the horrible things, and then as well as save the spirits of the animals that died and learn how they died. And it definitely puts you on an emotional roller coaster. I highly recommend you guys check this out. It is different, but yeah, it's definitely a great experience. So go ahead and check it out. It's on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, and it's $30.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, love these games. I'm playing Planet of Lana right now. So.
Oh yeah, I heard it's only like 4 hours long.
Yeah,
still, it's okay. We
need
short
no,
games.
It's good. I've been enjoying it a lot.
How long is
puzzle
this game,
pieces that are hard.
It's gonna depend on you. There have been players that have already put in like 12 hours, so you're gonna get at least a good 10 hours.
All right,
nice,
awesome. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat. Darren is saying, I'm trying to temper my expectations for the showcase, but dang, I'm hyped. You know what, man? I'm hyped too. I've heard what I wanted to hear to be hyped. And I've heard, that they're all going to have some sort of game trailer or an engine or gameplay from Xbox first party, which is what we want. I'm hyped for Starfield. Obviously, Terry knows I'm super hyped for Starfield. I've been hyped since it was announced. I've been hyped since the trailer. It's coming out from God Howard. That's right. That's how you say his name, God Howard.
Yes.
Say it right. Put some respect on his name.
Nope.
I will say that there's pretty good vibes going into the Xbox show this year. That the past couple of years, you see a little bit of, well, I'm not sure. Some people who are so-called insiders, they kind of get some, and they will say, no, don't expect this, don't expect that, and so people kind of go in a little disappointed already. But so far, I think it's looking good.
Yeah,
so I go in happy. I'm going in. I'm taking the happy pills. And I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It's got to be.
Compulsion's like, here you go. They're throwing it up to the audience before the show starts.
Yeah, I'm overhyped for it. Like I told my wife, we're doing this today. Yesterday, we went out. The reason is because today. Once I put my butt on that couch and I'm turn on that showcase, you can watch with me, but you telling me get up, go do this, go that, not happening. Not happening. Sorry. I love you so much, but yeah.
And we went out to yesterday and had that good breakfast brunch, and I said, all right, you know what tomorrow is.
That's right. It's so great. Yeah, it's like getting ready for a football game. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All
I can't wait.
Let's see.
Especially when the Cowboys beat the Broncos. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, too soon. Sorry. Too soon. Sorry.
Hey, Fastback, you want to know an awesome statistic?
Mm-hmm.
It's been 10,000 days since the Cowboys were last in an NFC championship.
Wow.
10,000 rotations of this earth.
Yeah, we'll be right. Maybe next season.
Yeah. If we go to the Super Bowl, we want a preseason game. All right, here we go. Cy Alex says, I'm hyped for Mortal Kombat 1, Alan Wake 2, and some indie horror game I forgot the name of. They showed off in one of the shows yesterday. It's good to be hyped, man. It's good to find stuff you like. Fark K says, who's swearing? Oops, sorry, you must have said my name. And with everybody else, Mike Muller says he loves that Terry Indie Spotlight intro. It's really good. And Sialex says that game was giving him Gravity Rush vibes. Mm-hmm. Cheo Walker says I have to replay Planet Lana for some of the achievements. Yeah, I think there's one where to do it without dying or something. Jason Max says, I hope Starfield looks amazing. It is going to look amazing. Guaranteed. It's guaranteed, man.
Yeah.
When Skyrim
Real
first came
excited
out,
for
it
that,
looked
yeah.
amazing too. So it's going to look amazing.
Yeah, because the whole point of that game, right, is to you know how like is to reach the god, and who's the god? God Howard. That's who you're gonna see at the end of the game.
That's right. God Howard. He's going to be like, at the very end, he's like, you finished Starfield. Congratulations.
Like No Man's Sky, right? Get to the center of the so you
Oh,
get to the
man.
center of the universe and you see God Howard.
The difference between Starfield and No Man's Sky is Starfield won't launch empty. I don't know any Todd Howard game that has launched empty. You
That
can
is
say
true.
whatever you want, but you cannot say it was lacking content.
Yeah.
Just saying. Let's see. General Spartan. Shout out to General Spartan. He joins us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. I'm wondering if Armored Core 6 is going to be announced for Game Pass. I highly doubt it, man. FromSoft, they have 2 back-to-back Game of the Years. They don't need to put their game on Game Pass to show.
Not this
often.
year, at least.
They're just one of those developers that hasn't missed in quite some time, and they see no benefit to Game Pass. And every time they release a new game, it's the most of the games they've ever sold. You know, where they once used to be a niche audience, now they've grown their audience to millions and millions of players. And I highly doubt they will. You know, I think before, like, they were lucky if their game would break 500,000.
Yeah.
And that was lucky. And now FromSoft, you know, they're in the 10, 20. I think Elden Ring sold something like 50 million copies or something like that. I mean, they just don't need it.
They've had 2 game of the year
Back to back.
Yeah. Sekiro and amazing.
For good reason. Yeah. Yeah. So I highly doubt it, but I would love it. I would love it. I love Game Pass. To me, the exclusive is Game Pass or Xbox. So yeah. Let's see. When you beat Starfield, you own 100,000 Microsoft reward points. That would be epic. That would be epic, man. If you actually got Microsoft points for earning achievements, I would become an achievement hunter then.
Oh goodness.
Right. All right, guys. So we got a lot more studios to get through. And shout out to the chat, guys. I love that you guys engage with us and conversate with us. We love hearing what you guys have to say. And hopefully you love me engaging with you guys here live on the show. BMG joins us. Shout out to Baldman Gaming. Happy Xbox Showcase Day. That's right. That's right. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. All right, moving on with the show. Double Fine. Their last jump was a Game of the Year nominee in Psychonauts 2. A lot of people have a lot of good things to say about Psychonauts 2. You know, Tim Schafer has some of the most unique creative worlds I've ever seen. And now he doesn't actually have to ask for permission to make a game. He just kind of has to want to make that game, and he can make it. Will Double Fine be there? Last time we saw them was in 2021, so not too long ago. Was it 21 or 20 or 20?
Maybe 20. They were acquired in 2019, and that.
Oh yeah, 21. They came out in 21. Yeah. So last we saw them was in 2021. So only 2 years removed. You know, has he had enough to bake, to shake and bake, to show us something? Fastback, what do you think?
Yes, I think they had another game on the shelf, ready in early production. So I could see them giving us an early look.
Yeah.
Tease.
Yeah. All right. So an early look, an engine.
Yeah.
Of whatever that game will be, and I know it's going to be crazy and loony. Terry, Double Fine, will they be there?
They might. I remember a couple years back, I think it was Tim Schafer had mentioned that they were thinking about having a Brutal Legend 2. So I mean, if they are, it would still be way too early to show anything, but that wouldn't stop them from doing what, you know, Square does, and they just show a title, you know, on the screen, and that's it. So, you know, it's possible. You know,
Maybe Jack Black announced it.
Yeah. It'd be amazing to see. I would love to see another Brutal Legend. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Brutal Legend would be awesome, especially, since that Peaches song came out on the Mario show. I know, look at Dreadpool. I know he loves the Peaches song. Dreadpool, Double Fine. Will they be there with maybe Brutal Legend 2? Or something else? Oh, you're muted, sir. You're muted.
Muted. That's what happens when you double mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I really want to see. I've been wanting to see Brutal Legends 2 for a long time, especially before we lose more icons from the metal industry. But yeah, it would be nice to see something like that. No Peaches for sure. Yeah.
No Peaches.
I would rather hear Baby Shark than Peaches.
Oh my God, no way. Peaches is so much better.
Maybe he'd be singing Schaefer.
So, but yeah, I don't think we'll see anything just yet. I mean, at the earliest, maybe we'll see a screen of a new name, but I don't think we'll see anything. Still too early, and I think we need to stop showing games or intros or anything too early. I'd like to see, especially seeing that most of us have Game Pass, so I'd like to see the shadow drops. More often, you know what I mean? So to build up that hype, or maybe even say, hey, within the next couple months, here's this game, and let us see the title screen, and then okay, that's cool, and then drop the trailer at the end of the trailer. That's as it's going, you realize that it's not a trailer, kind of like they did with Forza Horizon 5. You thought you were watching a trailer, but it's actually in game.
Yeah.
Do that, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're in game, and then boom, here's your date. And it's going to come out in the next couple months. So for those that want to buy that don't have Game Pass, can be prepared and save up for it, and you can kind of build up a little bit of hype there too. So you can kind of the unfortunate part of Shadow Drop is once it drops, people play it and then they move on. There's nothing to talk about. So if you give them a little bit of leeway, you can 2-3 months out, you can build up that hype and get more people interested in this game to be prepared for it. So other than that, like I said, I don't see that this is going to come out.
All right.
Anything.
I think they'll be there. As somebody in the chat pointed out, let me see, who was it? Someone pointed out that they were working on 2 games. Oh, the Gina. Shout out to the Gina. By the way, thank you so much. Part of the Xbox Live Party podcast. So shout out to the Gina. He says, documentary showed they had 2 games in development, paused them to finish Psychonauts, so they may have picked them up and finished after Psychonauts. Yeah. So I think they'll be there because they've had time to show it. I feel that I'm really excited for Tim Schafer's look, whatever it is. I definitely think they'll be there. And of course, I loved Psychonauts. Wasn't my game of the year, but I loved it. I finished it. I thought it was an amazing game. Just like the first one. So I definitely do think they will be there. Let's see. Dreadpool. Holy cow, man. Buy something. Dreadpool has 500,000, over 500,000 Microsoft points. Buy something, buddy. Buy something. Treat yourself.
I'm waiting for that special edition console to drop.
That Starfield special edition console?
If it is, which I'm hearing it's not going to be, but if it is, that's the thing. And if not, I'll just buy another Xbox One X. I'm sorry, One X. Series X. I'll buy another Series X, and then I'll put that in the living room. And then Tiny Giant will have a Series X to play with as opposed to the One X.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you slowly got to upgrade your collection. I get it, especially when you have family. Yeah. Let's see. Daz Core. I don't know. I'm gonna say it. Daz Core. He said, "Shout out to Daz Core. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you." He said, "Am I the only one who wants Scalebound back?" Yes. Yeah. I don't want it. Anybody here want it?
Nope.
I mean,
We never really had it, so
we never had it. No one knows really anything about it. You literally saw just a cinematic cutscene and you knew nothing about what the game actually was going to be. I think people just got blown away by seeing a dragon that you could ride on, and that was the end all be all.
Yeah.
You really knew nothing about it, you know. So I don't know. I feel like people got overhyped over nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think the hype of not being able to get it is what's building it and why people want it. It was interesting, but there wasn't enough there, you know, and the direction it was going would have been cool with the possibilities, but we didn't know the full direction, and it could have been a flop, you know. I mean, we don't know, and that's the thing. It could have been the greatest thing since sliced bread, but again, we don't know, and I think that's partially why Scalebound keeps on being brought up, is the fact that people want something that they can't have.
Exactly. They want what they can't have.
It's there, Dread. What if it's announced? Are you going to be happy that it's there? No. Terry, if Scalebound is actually announced, are you going to be happy?
I'd be like, why? I thought they open sourced the material and they put it in other games.
Yeah.
So there would be no reason to bring it back now. It's been recycled.
Recycled. It's 10 years old already. Fastback. If Scalebound is there, would you be excited?
Well, if they update it and get rid of the over-the-head headphones and give us earbuds like everybody's wearing nowadays, then let's go.
Let's go. All right.
That's a no.
I would be happy if it's back, but I'm not disappointed if it's not back. I'm kind of very neutral on it.
But how is Beats by Dre gonna stay? You know, but how is Beats by Dre gonna stay viable?
Beats by Apple now.
Yeah, Beats by Apple.
That's right. That's why it's not. That's why it was canceled. The Beats headphones were bought by Apple.
Yep, there you go.
They said
Blame
no.
Apple. Apple killed Scalebound.
There you go. It's Apple's fault that Phil had to cancel Scalebound because they bought Beats.
There you go.
Yeah, like I said, I love my dragon and riding games. You know, I'm a huge Panzer Dragoon fan. I'm a huge Platinum Games fan. You know, I love the Bayonetta series. I love a lot of their other games. Oh, what's that police one that came out on Astral Chain? I liked Astral Chain on the Switch. I like that Platinum Games style, the action style, the hack and slash style. It's great. And I was sad that Platinum Games canceled an exclusive or got their exclusive canceled. But from what I hear, they kind of deserved it. So, yeah. And again, all I know is hearsay. I don't have any first. I don't talk to anybody.
It was in the documentary.
Yeah. I'm just going to not say anything. Anyways, RWK88. Shout out to RWK88. He joins us. Thank you so much for joining us. The Gina joins us. Thank you so much. Shout out to the Gina. Let's see. Alex wants Costume Quest 3. Yes, Costume Quest, amazing game. It's on Game Pass, by the way, guys. If you haven't played Costume Quest 1 and 2, it's fun. It's a nice indie game.
So fun.
Doggy Dog, Brother Mike, I saw your message. Oh, hold on. That's not relevant to what we're talking about.
Yeah, no inviting people on another show, sir.
Yeah.
Wait for your turn.
Talk to him in his DM. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Do you think Microsoft will announce any other studio acquisitions this year? No.
No.
Not at all.
Nah.
No.
Not until ABK is sorted out.
And even then, they will have to wait for things to kind of cool down.
Yeah. Let's see. Silex is hoping for DA4. I don't know what that means. And
Dragon
Mass
Age
Effect
4, Mass Effect 4. Yes.
What is it?
Dragon Age 4.
Dragon
Mass
Age
Effect
4.
Oh, yeah.
Red Wolf is the one coming, you know. So.
Well, does EA have anything later on?
I don't think they have their own showcase this year.
Maybe the Xbox would be a good way.
Yeah, I
showcase
hope so.
to have it on, right?
EA usually drops the announcement for their showcase to do theirs like right before whenever E3 would have gone. They used to do it right before so they can kind of throw shade at E3. And then E3 kind of went away, so they might drop something for around the Game Awards time, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. And Kevin Baldwin says, finally, someone is podcasting today. Hey, Kevin Baldwin, thank you so much for joining us. You know, everybody's going to be podcasting live. We decided to podcast before. Try to beat the crowd, man. Got to beat that traffic.
We said it first.
Kevin Baldwin for joining us. We appreciate you.
Any relation to Michael and Baldwin?
Yeah, that's right. You can go listen to the next level gaming right after this. They'll be live, right?
About 30 minutes before the show. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
You guys
nice.
gonna shoot from the hip?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so be sure to jump in. Let's see. By the way, guys, if you're just joining us, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps us get discovered so people like Kevin can find us. It helps us beat that YouTube live algorithm. It bumps us up. So the more likes we get, the more people can discover and join in on this amazing conversation. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Ice Queen Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us, Ice Queen Gaming. I think I still have you modded, right? Let me make sure. Yep, she is my primary mod. So be sure to show your respects to Ice Queen Gaming. I didn't even read what she said.
You didn't even respect.
Talking about respect.
In the UK. Shout out to Ice Queen. Sorry, Ice Queen didn't mean for the disrespect. Don't ban me on my own channel, please.
He said ice cream gaming. He didn't say ice cream.
Ice Queen. You never know. Maybe she loves ice cream.
Oh, she
banned him from her.
Banned him.
She banned him from her own channel. There you go. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that was good. Way to go.
Wow, that was awesome.
Make sure I respect you.
Yes.
Man. So he
Hey, sorry, I'm back, guys. Yeah, sorry. My mouse
gave her
has
too
some
much power.
side buttons, and I hit one of them, and it moves the it's back on the Explorer. So I accidentally hit that.
Wife opened the door. She's laughing.
Yeah, I saw her. She came in and she goes, "What happened?" Okay, Ice Queen Gaming happened. That's what happened. See what happens when you call it ice cream instead of Ice Queen. Let's get back on track here. Sorry about that, guys. That's funny though. Hey, this is what happens live. That's how you know a show is live. Let's see. Where was I? I was reading ice cream gaming. Let's see.
Don't forget your
I
poll.
can't even find it. The chat is moving so fast now.
We're on It Software.
Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna start from here. If I skip you, sorry. All right. Shout out to Sensei. Sensei joins us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Good morning, Xbox fam. Good morning, Sensei. Thank you so much. Let's see. Daz is here. Yeah. Oh, Daz is here. Where's Daz? UK Daz? I don't see UK Daz.
We had another
shout out
Daz.
to UK Daz if he is here.
Maybe they're talking about Dascore.
We had Dascore.
Dascore, okay. Let's see. Let's see. They have that multiplayer dragon game now. No need for Scalebound. Facts. Hard facts. They don't need no Scalebound. And they'll have Spyro here soon. That's a dragon game everybody wants.
The cutest dragon.
That's right. EA would probably show more of the next AC game. What's the AC game?
Assassin's Creed.
But that's not EA.
That's not EA though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm wondering. What's the AC game? All right, moving on.
Assassin's
Let's see.
We're
I'm
gonna
glad
keep
most
on
leaks are
doing that.
contained. Hey, don't leak here, man. Ice Cream Gaming, if they leak here, you make sure to mute them. I don't want to see it. Let's see. A lot more people in here than likes. Let's fix that. Yeah, definitely, guys. Be sure to hit that like button. It helps us get discovered so people can find the podcast. Good Xbox Showcase morning. Good morning, Mr. Kima. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, it is.
Share it out with your friends. Like, go ahead, start spamming people. Share
That's
the
right.
link.
Kevin Baldwin, I see what you posted, but I'm gonna not post it just out of respect because I run a very agnostic YouTube channel, so I'm not gonna post it. And this is what I disconnected. Bad. My wife is laughing. Ice Cream Gaming goes, got him. Jason Max canceled. What a moment. Axel getting canceled real fast. I've never been banned before. Any device. How's it done? Help me out, Axel. You just saw how it's done. You just saw how it's done. That's right. Inside did say Assassin's Creed. And yeah, Ubisoft Forward will definitely show some Assassin's Creed. Guaranteed. Yeah. And also, don't forget to subscribe. That's right. Listen to Fart K. He said, don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, let's move on with the show, guys. That was fun little tidbit with the chat. That was fun. Can't believe I banned myself.
That was
It's
Axel's
software.
magic show.
Hey, it happens when you're live, man. These things happen. It's software, guys. Of course, the last foray, Doom Eternal, Game of the Year nominee, won some Game of the Year awards from other publications. Fastback, id. They got Quake, they got Doom.
Yes, they're going to be there, and The Rock is going to be to announce it, and then the new movie, Doom 2. It's going to be there. I want Mike to be happy. Yeah, they'll be there.
Doom 2. Oh my God. just a hard pass, man. Hard pass on that. Okay, but you do think they will be there?
I do. Yeah, we're due for Doom, so.
All right, Doom 3. All right,
Yeah.
Doom Super Eternal. All right,
Extra doomed.
Doom. CoolCatTerri. They fought on Mars. They fought on Earth. Where are they taking the fight next? If they're going to be there.
I don't know. I'm honestly not a Doom fan, so I don't know. If they're there, great, but I don't know if they will push anything right now.
Okay. All right. DREADPOOL. Will id Software be there?
I think they'll be there, but they're taking a break from Doom because they're overplaying it, I guess you would say. So I think they're going to go with some Quake, mix it up a little bit. So maybe send out a little Quake teaser. That's what I'm thinking.
You know, id Software, you know, they got Quake, they got Doom, they got Quake Team Arena. They have a lot of options.
Quake VR. Yeah, that's it.
Quake VR, that's right. With the new Microsoft Xbox HoloLens. Only $3,500.
No, it's not. It's $1,500.
No, $3,500, man.
You gotta have that
It's
contract.
the sweet spot. It's the sweet spot.
You got to get that government contract to get it at $1,500.
That's right.
The Gina knows where he knows. They know.
Yeah. So the Gina says they've done Mars and Earth. Next, they'll rip it and tear on Uranus.
I want that.
How about that? How about that locale? CoolCatTerri.
I mean, it is a gassy place, so.
You know, Uranus is spinning this way instead of, you know, it's not aligned to the spin. It's this way. So you literally can turn that hell sideways and shove it right up your keister. Maybe that's, you know what? I would laugh if they did it like Uranus was spinning normal until Doom Guy landed on it. And that's how it's spinning on its side now. Anyways, sorry, guys.
No, the only time that would happen. The only time that would happen is if Doom Guy took off his helmet and it's Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That would be epic. Doom, I think they're going to take a break off. Everybody seems to want Quake. All signs pointing to Quake. And I'm not talking Quake Arena. I'm talking Quake Story. I hope they reboot Quake like they did Doom. And it's going to be epic because Quake has its own vibe and feel to it. And it has its own weapons. So I really hope that Quake comes around. And more people need to enjoy Quake.
And CoolCatTerri has been canceled by Mike.
Urduck, as they call it in the Doom universe, yeah. Das Quarter says, demons get into heaven and you have to take it back. I'm in. Yeah, exactly. People are loving my Uranus joke. So yeah, hopefully id Software will be there showing off their expertise on shooters. So I'm really hoping they'll be there.
Wouldn't they be more likely to just do another, like, wouldn't they bring back, like, maybe another Rage or a Wolfenstein or something?
I heard
Wolfenstein is Machine Games.
But they have made Wolfenstein games, though.
Yeah. And it did do Rage, but Rage didn't do as good as it should have.
I mean, Rage didn't do good.
Yeah.
Rage didn't do good, but that still didn't stop them.
I heard rumors of Rage 3 being around, but that's not even in the process of development, just talking factors that they're talking about it. So
you can see that later. Yeah.
That would be down the road if anything. Yeah, I mean, if we see it now, that would be a total shocker. Shocker.
Yeah, if we see it, I agree with Dread. Let's move along. Let's see. In Exile Entertainment. So, again, they're known for Titan Numenaria, which sucked. I can say it. I played it. Excuse me. Wasteland 3, which was good. I played
good. Loved it.
Yep. In Exile Entertainment, Fastback. We last saw them in 2020. They last released. It's been 3 years. Sorry, 5.
Yeah.
3 years since they released the incredible, the amazing Wasteland 3. What do you think?
Yes. I think they will be there. And obviously, it's been talked. They're working on a big RPG.
Mhm.
And, they've been staying relevant these past couple of years. You know how they tweet out some funny little videos. Here
Oh
and there.
yeah, and they make fun of other tweets. It's great.
So I hope to see something like that where they announce their next game with some nice humor to it, when they announce it. So yeah, I think it'd be great to see something from them.
Sorry, those were the the loudest swallows I've ever done in my life. I'm sorry about that. Yes, thank you, Fastback.
That you got
Terry,
canceled.
what do you got?
Yeah, I would love to see them there. I love Wasteland 3. Such a great game. They've been pushing, content for it and, lots of updates and stuff. So I'm sure they're going to be there to show off more stuff for Wasteland 3. And then maybe they might finally, let us in on what their other projects could be. But I see them being there.
All right. Terry thinks they're going to be there. Dread. In Exile, one of the great teams they have. They specialize in CRPGs. Do you think they'll be there?
I think they will. And I really hope they surprise us with something good. I would love to see Wasteland 4, but we got Bard's Tale and some other games too that they have. There was something I saw somewhere. Torment.
Yeah, Torment, Tides of Numenaria.
Yep.
Which again, in my opinion, sucked.
Right, but hopefully they pull off something out of everything that they've learned and still kept that humor that they have. They do have a unique sense of humor with their style of game too. So whatever it is, I'm looking forward to trying it out. And I think they'll probably, again, that's the thing, is there's so many studios now. Which ones push out a teaser? Which ones put out just a title of the next game? Which ones show anything? You know what I mean? Which ones do you hold back? And they've been out there on Twitter. We were just talking about it, that they've had their little one-liners and little gimmicks that they've been putting out there to do a little jab here and there. So I think they have something. I think that's why they're speaking up, and
they're very active.
They'll probably show something because they got something to talk about that's going to be worth them being vocal like that.
I'm expecting the showcase to actually push a lot of indies. They're going to show all the stuff that ID at Xbox has. So I'm expecting the showcase to feature a lot of that content.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Wasteland 3, the story of how it developed from being a PC exclusive to coming to only one console to coming to every console. And then once, Xbox bought them out, they delayed it for another year and a half for polishing, and it came out, and look at it. It was just amazing. I love the way you enter and exit combat in Wasteland 3. I love how you get to position yourself prior to engaging combat. The system is so good. The fact that you can have the high ground or get ambushed, it's incredible. For tactical RPG fans, this is a fantastic game. They did it right. So I'm gonna go tinfoil hat time. I want In Exile Entertainment to be there, but I want them to come with Gears Tactics 2.
Ooh.
If In Exile Entertainment handles Gears Tactics 2, man, I already liked Gears Tactics, right? But if In Exile takes over Gears Tactics 2 and puts the Wasteland 3 formula into it, oh man!
As long as it's more polished, though.
Imagine navigating Sarah in your armored vehicle in Gears Tactics, getting out, having to explore stuff, and getting ambushed by the locusts and all this, or going around finding survivors that do quirky things. I want them to handle Gears Tactics too. It's a dream. It has
to be polished, though.
Xbox Xbox Worldwide Publishing gave Gears Tactics to the studio that did it, and I think they did a great job. But compared to Wasteland 3, Gears Tactics is light in comparison.
Yeah.
And now they have a tactics experts in-house that can handle this kind of stuff. Gears Tactics 2, baby. That's what I want.
That would be great. Wasteland 3 is so great, but they had a horrendous launch for that game.
Yeah.
It was a buggy mess. It crashed constantly. It was just so hard to play. The load screens took 20 hours. It had a horrendous launch. So they would have to, if they took on a project like Gears Tactics, they cannot have that kind of launch. That would not fly.
I don't know, man. I played Gears Tactics about a month after launch, and I didn't experience any of those issues.
I'm saying Wasteland 3 had those issues.
I played Wasteland 3 about a month after launch, and I didn't have any of those issues.
I had all of those issues, and I played it.
Maybe you just got to upgrade your PC. I don't know.
You played it on Xbox.
Oh, I played it on PC, where it was meant to be played.
Yeah, no, I played it on Xbox so I could play cooperatively with my friend, and it was a big mess. It was a huge mess.
Oh, the co-op, we did experience crashes on the co-op, but when my friend stopped playing it, I played it by myself, and it was so much better. Yeah. But yeah, I really hope they do Gears Tactics 2. I would lose my mind if they did. I would be like, yeah, So yeah. Shout out to Sean, who joins us with his epic Starfield background. He says, "Hype, hello, Sean. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Be sure to hit that like button, as it helps us get discovered by other amazing Xbox fans who want to listen to our podcast." Let's see. Graphic God says, "Do you think Xbox will pull a surprise shocker?" I just said one, man. Gears Tactics by an Exile. I did, but yeah, that's the surprise I want. Sean says, "Compulsion Games new one might prove a shocker if they showed." Yeah, we all think they're going to be there. It's been a while. We think they're going to be there. Let's see. Where's Noof? Noof has stepped away from Good Morning Xbox. I have taken it over permanently. Noof might be in the chat if he's in there. But Good Morning Xbox is now part of the Iconic Video Games channel family of shows. So this is where it will be from here on out, until I decide to cancel it, I guess. I don't know, which probably won't happen. Good Morning Xbox is going to go to episode 500. I already know it.
Yes.
Shocker.
So, yeah. All right, here we go. Machine Games. Wolfenstein.
Oh, yes.
And working on Indiana Jones. So Indiana Jones was shown in 2021? I'm going to go with 21. So 2 years ago. Machine Games. Will they show more Indiana Jones? Fastback.
Yes. They'll be there. I think with the movie coming out here soon, I think it'd be a good opportunity to show something on Indiana Jones game. And then, there's hype with the movie coming up. So be a good time.
Yeah. I hope they're there, man. I hope
they're
there.
I think so.
Terry, Machine Games, Indiana Jones. Are you excited to see more of Harrison Ford digitized?
I'm definitely not excited for Harrison Ford, but I mean, I do want to play the game. I'm not a huge fan of Indiana Jones personally, but I do want to play it. But so I don't know. I feel like it's still too early though.
Okay, still too early. All right, Dread, Machine Games, Indiana Jones. Do you think they'll be there?
Yes. I think they'll be there, and I surely hope that they have their own storyline. I hope they don't go with the movie storyline.
No, I agree.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We've already seen that happen, right? Games that released with the movie or along the timelines of the movie that are nothing like the movie. Yeah. That's what we want, and that's one of the ones that do better. So that's where we should hope for. If they do a storyline, it's just gonna be horrible.
All right. Yeah, I don't think they should follow the movie storyline. The games do a lot better when they do their own storyline. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Give them that creative freedom to actually gamify.
Yeah, we don't want a Crystal Skull style storyline for our game. Please don't do that.
On.
Don't do that.
I think we'll see some whip action too. So
Yeah.
That's right. Cracking that whip. I think they will be there. I think we're going to see Indiana Jones, but I'm not excited for it. I'm not an Indiana Jones fan. I'm not an Indiana Jones film fan.
Shame on
I
you.
am not a Jones video game fan. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I think they'll be there, but this is not something that I'm looking forward to. But I do think they'll be there.
I'm a fan of the genre, but not of the franchise. So.
I played. I bought Lego Indiana Jones because everybody said it was good, and man, that whip
Oh, I
controlled.
hated
like
that,
crap.
man. Oh, I hated that. It
was the worst Lego game I ever played. It
I did
tainted
not
the
like
whole
it.
Lego experience for me, the whole Lego game experience. Yeah. So hopefully that whip controls well. I hope it's, because like whips have always been hard to control, even in like Castlevania, Lords of Shadows. Even then, it was hard to control. So somebody's got to eventually figure out how to get a whip working properly in video games.
they got to figure out how to whip it good.
Yeah, they got to whip it good,
in the
man.
shade.
That's right. Let's check in with the chat. Axel, Elden Ring and Game Pass. You know what? Sekiro came to Game Pass. It might come to Game Pass. It might, man. But if you haven't played Elden Ring already, I feel like everybody who's wanted to play Elden Ring already has. Whoa, look how cool Dread looks.
I felt left out. You all have glasses on. I was the only one without glasses.
These are prescription glasses, sir.
Yeah, he just wants to be cooler than us.
Look at this, teasing us for being nearsighted.
Yeah, and I corrected it now. Now you can actually read. It says here too.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
realize I was mirrored.
Need to cut the beard. Just cut the
Yeah,
beard.
No,
it's all right.
no.
It's all right.
Braid it.
Let's see. Let's keep going with it. And Superman joins us. The Man of Steel is here. He says the time has come, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We are 2 hours almost. 2 hours and 7 minutes away. We still got time, guys. We still got time. Let's see. Cy Alex says any news on the new James Bond game from Hitman? Maybe we might see it. You never know. We will also probably see more of the Cyberpunk 2077 DLC today. I love Cyberpunk 2077, man. I'm so glad I played it. It's a fantastic game.
Didn't they announce that they're already working on the sequel?
They're working on DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, they announced the DLC. But then they haven't shown any of it. They're just working on it. Same thing with Elden Ring. Elden Ring announced that they're working on DLC, but they haven't shown any of it. So we could see it. What's the movie? Is it Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones and the afternoon nap? Is he so old? I agree, man. I agree.
It's.
I'm excited about Max Payne remakes. Yes, Max Payne, amazing.
Indiana
Look at that.
Jones and
Vampire
Broken
Survivors
Femur.
has the best whip.
Be right back.
Oh my goodness. RWK, my wife's whip works good. I'm sure it does. And Superman says the beard stores his power.
Yes, it does.
So there you go. Let's get back into it, guys. Mojang just released Minecraft Legends to okay reviews. I played Minecraft Legends. It's fun. If you're into that kind of team-based battling, it's very hard to do by yourself. But it is fun. Guys, what do you think? Will Mojang be there with a new announcement, a new DLC, or more of their previous 3 games? Of course, Minecraft, not Minecraft Dungeons, and Minecraft Legends. Do you think they'll be there? Fastback.
He stepped away.
Okay, Terry.
All right, of course. Minecraft is the biggest cash cow Microsoft has right now. So of course it's going to be there.
Yep.
There's always some sort of announcement that has something to do with Minecraft for something. Like this is Milk City right here. Minecraft.
Right,
it's
cash cow.
everywhere. It's everywhere. So of course it's going to be there because they always have something going on when it comes to Minecraft.
All right. So Terry thinks it will be there with the super duper graphics pack that was promised 10 years
Minecraft
ago.
coming to Fortnite.
Oh my god! I think it did already.
Did it? I wouldn't
think
doubt
it
it. Everything's in Fortnite.
I don't know. I'm not a Fortnite.
You're gonna be the
connoisseur.
creeper.
Okay.
That's right. Fastback, are you back yet?
Yeah.
All right. Minecraft. Do you think it'll be there?
Nah.
Oh, sorry, not Minecraft. Mojang.
Unless they have another DLC or another game. I mean, they're always working on one, right? But I'm not sure. I mean, the Legends just came out, which is very good. I played that with my daughter. Really enjoyed it. So I don't think they will be.
I would love to see them do a twist where you get to play as like a creeper or a skeleton, and you just wreak havoc on like the villagers.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Do a twist. You know,
Terry's going dark, man.
Instead of building,
Going
let's
dark.
have total construction.
Yeah, there you go.
Total deconstruction.
Dreadpool, Minecraft, or not Minecraft? Sorry, Mojang. Will they be there?
Yes, yes, they will be there with a no build mode.
No build.
No build mode.
Just like Fortnite, stop building.
BR.
Burn
more shooting,
everything
less
to the
building.
ground.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless they have some DLC to announce, I don't see them being there. I don't see a need for them.
Yeah.
Again, we have too many studios. We don't need to see every little detail from every studio. And this is one of those that, unless the DLC is important because of what is it? What's the new game that came out?
Legends.
Legends. Okay. Unless there's something that they need, if they need to keep that viable, which the DLC would bring it back to, back to the spotlight to keep it going. Other than that, I don't see it happening.
All right. I think they will be there. Mojang can be make so much money they could technically be their own division. Minecraft is huge. The kids love Minecraft. I know my nieces and nephews, all they talk about is Minecraft. It is too big to ignore. And again, the showcase, it might not be for you, but it is for.
I'm looking at that screen.
You're looking at what?
I'm looking at the screen. You know what I'm thinking?
What?
You're going to do a crossover. They're going.
I hope they do.
Viva
Imagine if they did
Pinata.
Minecraft Halo or
I wish they would
that
bring
be
Viva
awesome.
Pinata back. I mean, I miss that.
Viva Pinata, yeah.
They could be the ones.
Yeah, I would like to see Mojang doing crossovers with the other studios.
Yeah, I hope. I hope they are
stories,
there, personally, because I do like looking at the Minecraft stuff. I've played Dungeons, I've played Legends. I haven't played Minecraft proper, just because I can't think building in 3D that way. Maybe they'll come out with Minecraft 2D, akin to Terraria. But they're gonna have DLC. They have to have DLC. They always do, because it prints money. Kids eat up Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
It is massive, and I don't see it not being there. Just they're too big to ignore, if you will.
Tiny Giant's the cat lady in Minecraft.
Yeah, see, there you go. Tiny Giant would love him to see a Minecraft announcement.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah, that's right. So I think he'll be there. So there we go. Let's see. Let's check it with the chat real quick. RWK88 says I could never get into Minecraft. I'm sure I would get addicted if I played it, which is why I avoid it. Sean says I've never played it. Minecraft has never looked interesting to me, but that's me. Yeah, but kids love it. As I said, demographics, guys. And whether we like it or not, Sean, we are the older generation. Gaming is more targeted towards children. Always has been. We just kind of are big children. We never.
It is, but I
stopped loving it.
I first learned of Minecraft from an adult.
Mm-hmm.
When it was only on PC, and then it was like, oh, okay, and then I started kind of getting into it with my kids later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a great franchise. You really gotta admit it.
Is.
I'm a Sims fan. Minecraft stood no chance for me. Oh my gosh, Sims, another one of those addictive games.
You gotta bring back Sims Medieval, man. Bring it back.
That's right. Did Microsoft say how long the convention will be this year? Yes, they will have it will be in a combined 2 hours between the main show and the direct, and then they will have the after show afterwards the next day, I think. So it's looking to be about 3 hours total Xbox coverage. You have been invaded Minecraft Cool Cat style.
Yes.
That's right. And Splendiferous joins us. Shout out to Splendiferous. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Moving. Oh yeah, Sean. I heard good things about Terraria 2. Never played that either. Oh man, I lived Terraria for a long time. I loved it.
That was one I could not get into. I
couldn't put it down.
I didn't like how tiny everything was. I just hated it.
Oh my gosh, I just loved it, man. I built myself a giant underground mansion. It was immaculate. So anyways, that's the next 5 studios that we've covered, guys. So Mojang, Machine Games, In Exile, id Software, and Double Fine. So we're moving the clock, but before we move the clock, let me go to the chat and end this poll. Terry, we had a poll.
We had another poll. All right, how hyped are you for the showcase? 56% are having an absolute hype overload, and then we have 29% saying that they're 75% hyped, so they're cautious. And then 12% at 50 or they're tempered, and then 2% have zero expectations.
All right, well, there you go. Fastback, where are you on the hype train?
I'm overload. Let's go. I mean, it's all about having fun, I think. And I think this year, like I said earlier, I believe that we're looking for a good one here because I haven't really heard any doom and gloom before the show. So, right. Let's go in and have fun.
All right. Terry, where are you on the hype train?
I'm tempered. I don't like to go in and overhype because that's the easiest way to things not to meet your expectations and to be disappointed. So I want them to just wow me and to not know what to expect.
All right. Not bad. Everybody has their own little guidelines. DREADPOOL, where are you on the hype train?
No. I usually have zero expectations, but because of all this, I am more on the cautious side. Okay. But typically for the older generation that grew up with Star Wars, when Episode 1 came out, I was so hyped. And this is literally why I don't get into these shows 100% hyped or any of that stuff. But unfortunately, with everything going on, I am a little bit more hyped than normal. I try to go in, zero expectations, and then as the show happens, let my mind get blown up, So when it comes to that, I don't want to be disappointed because I've researched everything and any possibility of whatever's supposed to be there ends up not happening because I was overhyped. So I try not to do that. I've learned my lesson way back when. Star Wars Episode 1 is definitely one of those lessons learned, and that's where the movie fanboys.
You mean the sequel? You were
for life, everybody.
You mean you were overhyped for the sequel? I understand.
I did. That's where Fanboys was a good movie because at the very end, the guy looks at each other, and the other ones are like, "What if it sucks?" So. Again, I don't want to be overhyped because of, again, you never know. It's supposed to be a variety of games, and certain games will be for you and certain games will not be for you.
Yeah.
We just talked about the last show that there were so many games that were not for me. And there were so many games that because it was so long that it ended up like not, I ended up forgetting a lot of the games that were there. We'd have to like go over the list to be like, oh yeah, I remember that. So I hope that the games will be a little less, but more memorable as an overall showcase. So again, that's why I try to keep my expectations as minimum as possible and then be surprised and be happy when I see what I want to see, but when I'm, as CoolCatTerri said, you get disappointed because I'm expecting Fable now. What if they don't show Fable?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So unfortunately, because they said Fable, and I had already said Fable on Twitter, someone said, what games are you excited for? And by the end of 2023, I said Fable, and they're like, it's not coming out. I'm like, I know, but it's wishful thinking. And all of a sudden we have these teasers and stuff on Twitter. So it's, again, I'm trying not to be overhyped. I'm trying not to be hyped at all. And it's just raising that level a little bit at a time because of certain things that are out there, as much as I try to stay level-headed. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's right. I am definitely on the overhyped, over 100. I get excited every year, and every year I'm not let down. I watch it for what it is. If I see 3 games that are for me, whether they're from Xbox or someone else, I'm satisfied. You know, I understand that not every game is for me. As long as I see something that excites me, I'm happy. And so I'm overhyped, especially because, you know, that Fable. God, Fable. Well, we'll talk about that later. Anyways, let's check in with the chat. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, I'm with Doggy. No Twitter for me this morning at all. Absolutely, Doggy. I'm not going to get spoiled. Yeah. Sean, if they show Hellblade 2, Avowed, and Fable, I will be very satisfied. Oh, and throw in a Gears Collection 2, if you please. That's right. Cy Alex is saying they're going to share Raid Shadow Legends 2 sneak hype drop. Whoop, whoop. There you go. Let's move the show along, guys. All right, Ninja Theory. Speaking of Hellblade. Fastback. They got Project Mara, and they got Hellblade 2. What do you think we'll see?
They will definitely be there with Hellblade 2 to give us a bigger look at it. And I'm hoping that it's going to release here in the fall or early next year.
All right. Early next year?
Yeah.
Late in the fall. All right. Hellblade 2. Okay. Terry.
I know lots of people want to see something on Hellblade 2. I'm indifferent. I honestly wasn't a fan of the first one, so I have no interest in it. But that doesn't mean other people don't. And I know it's something that a lot of people are excited about.
Yeah.
So I think there's a good chance they could be there. I think they might be there for that. It's definitely possible.
All right. No.
I'm sorry. I'm not hyped for them at all, so I don't really have anything to go in on.
Ninja Theory's not
I could care less about Ninja Theory. I'm sorry.
All right.
Dread, Ninja Theory. Will they be there? And what will they show?
No and nothing. They will wait, as they always have, for the Video Game Awards. That's when they'll show that. They'll show this and a date drop, which will be sometime next year.
Okay.
So there's no reason to show it now. Again, too many games, too many studios. They've always shown this on the VGA, so that's when it'll be.
Okay. I think Ninja Theory will be there, but we will not see Hellblade. As I agree with Dread, Hellblade is reserved for the Game Awards. Everything having to do with Hellblade has been at the Game Awards so far. It was announced there. The extended trailer was there. And I definitely think the launch trailer is going to be at the Game Awards this year. But Project Mara was announced at the Xbox Showcase a few years back. So I think they will be there, but with Project Mara instead of Hellblade. So on that one, that's the way I see it. They'll be there with Project Mara, not so much Hellblade 2. We'll get a little update on their psychological thriller, and hopefully it's fantastic, as all things are with Ninja Theory. I am a Ninja Theory fan. I played the first Hellblade, and yeah, I get it. You know, you walk to the puzzle section, you walk to the next zone, you walk into the combat zone, blah blah blah, right? But overall, the story and the way it told it was still phenomenal, and it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen from Hellblade 2 and Project Mara, Ninja Theory is looking to set the bar on the Xbox Series X, finally getting that power out of it. So I am very hopeful that they will be there, and I'm very hopeful that we will at least see Project Mara.
I really love the Hellblade one, where you have to utilize the headphones to really. It was a combination with the combat to help you when you heard something on the left, you knew you had to dodge. You know, so really loved how they did that. So looking forward to that again.
Right. So let's see if they'll be there. Let's see. Sean says, they may have set themselves up for some backlash if they don't show Fable after that teaser. Yeah. Hellblade 2 is my most anticipated game. I really hope they give it a date and more combat gameplay. Absolutely. And Doggy Dog says, Axel loved Bleeding Edge. I tried it, man. It's not for me. And I don't know if I said Bleeding Edge or Hellblade. Sorry, guys. My mind races at 1,000,000 miles a minute trying to do all this all at the same time. So I meant Hellblade. All right. Let's move it along. Obsidian and Avowed. Now, Obsidian is known for Pillars of Eternity, The Outer Worlds, Grounded, Pentiment, and they have so far announced Avowed and the Outer Worlds 2. Fastback, will they show us more?
Yes, I believe Avowed will be there. I'm not sure about Outer Worlds 2, maybe both, but I guess it depends. But no, I think Avowed will be shown. I think we'll get some gameplay and engine stuff, and I could see them at the end saying 24. So
All right. Okay, so you think they'll be there with Avowed?
yep, it will be
Okay.
there in fashion. Either Avowed or Outer Worlds 2, either one.
Okay. CoolCat, will Obsidian be there? They've been every show.
Yeah,
Are they going
absolutely.
to break the standard?
They will definitely be there. I'm pretty confident they're going to be there. They've had so much stuff,
Mhm.
that they're going to be there. Even if they don't have much to show for, let's say, Avowed, which is what I think is on most people's anticipated list.
Mhm.
They'll still be there because Pentiment, went very well. So they're going to be there for sure. So yeah, I want to see what they're going to do with Avowed. I'm just hoping I feel like with Obsidian, because before they got, taken over by, Microsoft, I feel like Obsidian was trying their best to spoof Bethesda, and so Outer Worlds was Fallout in space. It didn't really set itself apart, in my opinion. I feel like they didn't really try that hard, and they should have, because they had something with a lot of potential. Now I feel like they were trying to spoof Elder Scrolls with Avowed, but then all of a sudden they got bought by Microsoft. So it's like, well, I guess we can't really make fun of them anymore, because, so we're going to have to be, team players. So we're going to have to see how it turns out. But so I really hope they do it very, very well, because I feel like they kind of dropped the ball on Outer Worlds. That's me personally. So I want to see them bring it for Avowed.
All right. You want to see him bring it? Let's check in with Dread. Dread, Obsidian has been at every showcase since they've been acquired. Will they continue to be at every showcase?
I hope not.
Really?
Yeah. No, I mean, we've already seen it. We've already seen this. We've already seen that. So if they're going to show it, show us some gameplay again, and then show the date. Release it soon. Be done with it. Move on. It's just obviously this game's. I'm happy for those that like this game. I'll probably try it out anyway. Who knows? I may like it. I may not. I'm just not interested. It's But I'm happy that it's coming out for friends that are hyped for this. So I'm not going to down it that it's a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's just not for me.
Mhm.
But I will try it out and see. Maybe it surprises me, and it could be for me. However, it's been at every single one of these. It's time. Just drop the date and let's go with it. Get it released.
All right. DREADPOOL is tired of being teased. Get to the show already.
I really want to see Obsidian kind of create their own identity, because like I was saying, that they've spent a lot of their time mimicking Bethesda. They need to start standing out on their own.
Yeah. So Obsidian Entertainment, I feel, has been out of the studios that they bought in that initial round, the first 5, I believe, that they bought.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that Obsidian has over-delivered.
Yeah.
The best return on investment, if you will.
Yep. So far,
not only have they delivered great games, they've all been well rated, well received. Whether you're into them or not, Pillars of Eternity is a fantastic CRPG. Deep. The Outer Worlds, I love the Outer Worlds. I love the humor in it.
Mm-hmm.
And as Terry said, it's Fallout in space. It is.
It's Fallout in space.
Yeah. Space. I love space. Grounded, their take on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and it's fun. I played it. The building is good. It looks good. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look.
Yeah.
And I was playing it on my Xbox Series, Xbox One X, not even my Series, because I had my nieces and nephew over, and one of them was on the one of them was playing on my Series X, The other one was playing on the Xbox Fat, and the other one, and I was playing on the One X. And on the One X, it looked great, and I had a really good time. It's a good survival game. It's as deep as you want it to be, or you could just go through the story if you want.
It's a very challenge. I really got into. Again, I tried to play that. Was playing that with my daughter. Started building, and it very challenging. Finally got into the underwater stuff. But man, those spiders in certain areas.
Yeah. Some of the spiders are easy, and some of them they'll tear you up, man. Let's see. Pentiment. Pentiment. Okay, yeah, Pentiment. If you're into the narrative storytelling games, Pentiment was for you. It's not for me, but I'm not going to down it. It obviously got great critical receptions from people who are into those games. Now, let's talk about the Outer Worlds 2. I'm more hyped for Outer Worlds 2 than I am Avowed. And I think it's exactly because of what Terry said. Avowed is more of their take on the Elder Scrolls. And the Elder Scrolls is so phenomenal in their storytelling and their game mechanics and their world. It is a tall glass of iced tea to swallow, to get over. So I don't know if Avowed is going to overdo it, but I know it's going to be great. I have full faith in Obsidian. I think they will be there. I think they're going to show us more Avowed, possibly more Outer Worlds 2, although I highly doubt Outer Worlds 2 will be there. But I really feel that Avowed we will see more of. And as far as the release date, after what happened with that 12 months thing, I hope they don't give us any release date, if I'm being honest. Don't announce a release date until like 6 months before it's going to come out.
Yeah, I agree, because if you look at the past showcases we've had recently, none of them are given like a solid release date. Except for Spider-Man 2, they did. But everybody's been saying 24, 23, and that's all you get. Yeah. And I think Xbox is going to do the same thing. I don't think, I think Forza, Starfield, of course, already has a release date, and maybe one other game for this year. But other than that, they're going to say just a year.
Yeah, I hope they stick with the general release dates, 2024. Don't even tell me what quarter 2024. Just tell me 2024.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that way I don't get let down with delays. So yeah, that's the way I see it. Let's see. Let's check it with the chat real quick. Mr. Kima says, I disagree. It's time for Xbox to show Hellblade 2 on their own stage, on their own showcase. I agree, but again, I really think the Keeleys. Splin Difference says, I want to see Perfect Art. Me too. Tyranny 2. What is that? That's a different studio. We already covered them. Let's see. I love the combat in the first Hellblade. Yeah, especially with the headphones, man. It's awesome. Shout out to Sir X-Man for joining us. Sir X-Man, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Be sure to hit that like button as it helps us get discovered. Splendiferous. Obsidian is Xbox Insomniac. Absolutely. They have over-delivered, in my opinion. Sir X-Man says, I just want Forza. I don't care about any other game. Forza is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very hyped for Forza. Let's see. Splendiferous in lowercase letters. Are you sure this is? I feel like Splendiferous got hacked. Let's not get too adamant about dates, man. When a game gets delayed, how the press crucifies Xbox with all the bad publicity. Agreed. Noof Nukem, shout out to Noof, says the stats don't lie. We need Fable. Yeah, absolutely. We need Fable. Let's move it along to the next one. Oh, speaking of Fable, Playground Games with Fable.
Yes.
I'm not even going to say anything. Fastback, take it away.
No, they're going to be there. We're going to get Fable. We saw some teasing on Twitter. So it is time to show more. We saw the glitter.
Baby. CoolCatTerri, Fable.
This one.
I know you want this game.
I do want this game. I love Fable. I don't know how Playground is, how their imagining a Fable is going to be, but I hope I love it just as much as the originals. I definitely want to see this there. The glitter, I don't know if it has anything to do with Fable, honestly, because if you look at it, if you look literally at DREADPOOL right now, like he has their advertisement, that's the glitter that they were showing. It's literally just the showcase announcement glitter. So I don't know if the glitter has anything to do with it, but I still would really love to see this here. I feel like if they do not show Fable, this would be probably one of the biggest disappointments for a lot of people, because this is the anticipated game for a lot of people. for me, like I said, I try not to get hyped for any of this stuff. I still think it's too soon, but that doesn't change the fact that other people are still thinking that it has to be there. So if you let down the majority of the people who are already overhyped, it's going to really hurt them. So they hopefully they have something to show to quell the anger that will ensue them if they do not have it there. The so-called journalists will have a field day if Fable doesn't have something there. So they have to have something.
All right. So Terry is saying that the showcase will be made or broken with Fable.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate it for that to come to that because, you know, like I said, I think they need more time for Fable, but people are already too hyped. So they have kind of no choice. You know, the fans have kind of put them in a corner at this point.
Yeah. DREADPOOL, Playground Games. They 90 onlys is what they release. They're 90s and above only. What do you got?
All right. So we got a couple things here.
Right.
Remember, some of the devs from Lionhead Studios are at Platinum Games. So I believe the humor will be there. Now, as for the fairy dust twinkling, you know, some people have said Spyro. That could be the announcement for Spyro. The only problem is ABK deal has not happened. So that is not the case. There is definitely no way that it's Spyro. So we already know it's going to be Fable. We've done the breakdown. It's very close. It's not 100% similar, and it doesn't have to be. This is a retelling of the original Fable. They're doing a new storyline, so they're going to keep the same aspects of it, the same everything. And this isn't also the first game and only game, as we've established. You know. That use the trail for you to follow as the path for you to go. So there's been many games that you could hit a button and it would light up and give you your direction so you don't get lost. But again, this is Fable, and it's not that the fans have backed them into the corner. They backed themselves into the corner by doing these teases, and there's been other teases with pictures with Aaron Greenberg and all that. But I'll tell you what, if
when
there's
they
no
show
Fable,
that they're able, but they left off right. I'm gonna be pissed off.
Uh-oh.
I'm kidding.
What happened?
No, he was saying that's going to be his reaction if Fable's not there.
That's the reaction. If there's no Fable, I'm going to throw a fit.
That's his pre-animosity towards the showcase if Fable's not there.
I didn't have an Xbox to throw and show my, my rear end around the town.
And then make sure after you get disappointed, make sure you ask for Phil to get fired on Twitter.
That's right.
My wife
might as well
upset with me on that.
So funny.
But yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be Fable. But again, because of that, that's the only reason why my expectations are up there. But I don't expect to see it. And if it doesn't show, then I'm fine with it. I just want the game to be perfect when it comes out.
Look, DREADPOOL, if you're going to toss an Xbox, if it's not there, just make sure it's the Xbox mini fridge. Okay, toss that.
It might actually start working.
Oh my gosh, you guys must have bought some duds. My fridge works amazingly.
Yeah, mine's pretty good.
Holds one can.
All right. I'm in Camp Terry on this one. For a long time, Xbox was known for 4 franchise. Instead of just Halo, Gears, Forza, it was Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable. Fable is amazing. I love Fable. I've expressed my love for Fable. I've played them all, even the mobile-only games, including Fable Coin Golf, which needs to come back. Dang it! Come on, Alpha Dog, get me Fable Coin Golf.
Did you do the Fable Legends beta?
Yeah, I never played Fable Legends, but I played Fable Heroes. Because Legends didn't come out.
But you still were able to play it.
I did that alpha. It was so good.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Mike did too.
I was
he was
full blown college mode at that point.
It was
I
so
wasn't
good.
playing mini games at all. Fable has to be there. It must be there. I am in Camp Terry. I was sadly disappointed it wasn't there last year. and I will be disappointed again if it's not this year. My hype I'm overhyped because of Fable and Starfield. Those two combined is why I'm overhyped. And you know, of course, all the other games are going to be a bit. Fable, come on, man, you got to bring back the chicken chaser. You got to bring him back. So let's see. Let's check in with the chat real quick.
Chicken kicker.
Yeah, we got to see the chicken kick go across the screen, and then there's the date.
There you go.
You know, what if it's just like, I want to see it like almost like a soccer match, like someone just running through the grass and reeling their foot back, and instead of kicking like a soccer ball, they kick a chicken.
That would be
And that's how it starts.
No, think about that. Think about the crossover. That would be awesome. Fable, Griff Ball. Only we're gonna have chicken ball.
Chicken ball.
Chicken
That's
ball.
right.
Dude.
That's right. Chicken.
The doors, the talking doors. I really want them to go super like Legends of the Hidden Temple on those doors.
Oh, you mean the
Please.
demon doors?
Yeah, the demon
Yeah.
doors. Please, you know, the voice whoever they are doing those demon doors needs to bring it, because those
Right.
doors those doors make or break this game in their own way. So
And Noof is asking, are you guys staying live during the whole show? Absolutely not. We're actually trying to get off the air here in the next 30 minutes or so. But if we don't, it's okay, because we still have an hour and a half before the showcase goes live, as I know a lot of other shows are going to start going live here in the next 30 minutes.
yes.
So we are not. Let's see. Dreadpool looking like a biker boss. That's right. That's right. Let's see. Sir X-Man wants a Mech Assault game. Absolutely. Agreed. 100% Sir X-Man. Mech Assault. Bring it back. Mech Commander. I'm also into Mech Commander. Yeah. That's what I want.
Okay.
Shea Walker. Platinum Games. Yes, Dreadpool did say Platinum Games instead of Playground Games, but we all knew what he meant.
Did I say platinum?
Yeah, you did.
I don't know.
I didn't interrupt you because you were on a roll.
Uh,
Let's see.
I was too busy thinking about how I was going to throw my hissy fit.
It happens, man. I'm telling you, it happens. You mix up all these development studios. They're so similar. Hopefully, Daz Core says, hopefully the graphics are mind-blowing. Yeah, absolutely. And Noof says, good to see lots of great peeps still supporting this podcast, Axel. Absolutely, man. They love Good Morning Xbox, and I'm so happy that you and I came to that agreement to keep Good Morning Xbox going. And if you ever want to be on it, Noof, just throw me a DM. I'll make room for you. Before the show starts, like in any week, you say, hey, I got this Sunday available. Shoot me in, man. I got you, Noof. Let's see. Shout out to Scott Free. Says, if it weren't for Playground, I would say wait to show any signs of Fable to avoid a Redfall-like situation. Playground hasn't missed. I have full faith in Playground.
Playground themselves, yeah, they've been great with what they've done.
Death Dealer saying to Dreadpool, calm down, old man. You don't even have the strength to throw an Xbox far.
I'm coming.
Damn.
I see the light.
I see the light. Oh, wait, it's not the light, it's glitter.
Yeah, it's glitter.
Yeah.
Scott Free says they obviously have something to show with Fable, which is why they teased it. Hopefully, yeah, absolutely. You better not throw an Xbox in this house.
Or you will have a heart attack.
And Sean says, oh no, I thought there was a wasp. In the room there, Dread. You thought you were throwing something. Doggy Dog says he hasn't used his mini fridge. Man, plug that bad boy in and get that electric bill up. It works good for me.
Get that beer in there.
Let's see. Yeah, that's it. So moving on for Fable, guys. How many games? 1, 2, 3. 3 so far. All right. Moving on. Next one is Rare. All right, Rare. Sea of Thieves, obviously. Viva Pinata and Everwild, which was rumored to be rebooted. Will we see Everwild? We haven't seen it since its revealed trailer in 2020 or 21.
Is it that long?
It's been a while. What do you think? I love how it says Rare was acquired in acquired in 2002. I thought it was 2022. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry. Fastback. Rare.
I believe they will be there. I mean, it's been a while, and I don't want to see. I mean, I love Sea of Thieves. I play a lot of it. I don't want to see Sea of Thieves DLC anymore at this show. So if they have something to show for Everwild, tease it. You know, because it's been a while, and Rare is a great studio. So
they are. Terry, Rare.
Yes. So I'm sick of Sea of Thieves. I don't want anything to do with Sea of Thieves. I want them to move on and show us something else. You know, make a different game, bring back a game. I don't care as long as it's not Sea of Thieves. Do it. All right. So that's all I care about. Just show us something that has nothing to do with Sea of Thieves. That's all I ask for.
Don't listen to her, Xbox. She's just bitter that Skull and Bones hasn't come out and Sea of Thieves actually came out. I'm just kidding, Terry. Dreadpool, what do you got?
No. I don't care for Everwild. They don't even know where they're going with that. And I'm glad that they took it back and decided to redesign and figure out what they're going to do with the game. But it was just one of those things. Anthem had a better premise of not having a game and showing us something good, and then having to figure out how to make a game with that. They didn't show us anything good, anything that made any sense. You know what I mean? So we're going to use a frog to make a pond and by collecting water and then burping it back out. No, a lot of it didn't make any sense. And usually I believe in Rare, but this one here is a complete fail. It might as well go the Scalebound route. And
easy, sir.
Damn, no love from Cap Dreadpool.
Look, if games like No Man's Sky can get hyped up and show nothing that makes sense, and if Kojima can show games that don't make sense and get hyped, then clearly you don't have to make sense in the gaming world. People will just buy it.
I am not hyped on either one of those two games.
Me neither, but I'm just saying people literally were showed nothing and they
a good video with good
they
music.
Believed in everything.
Even at $20, I wouldn't buy FedEx Simulator. They had it on sale and I wouldn't buy it. And, and same thing with No Man's Flop.
Oh, that game was terrible.
Oh my God. Dang. Dreadpool Dark Pool has come out. Dreadpool Dark Pool has come out.
It's a Dread Depth Dealer Pool.
Take the shades off, man. You need to see the world in a brighter light.
Yeah.
Come on, man. All right. I love it. Mr. Kiba corrected us. Everwild was shown in 2019. It's been 4 years since we've seen it. Okay. I'm going to go here. I do think Rare will be there with Everwild. Personally. Now, I don't want Rare there to show me Season 10 of Sea of Thieves. I don't care for seasons. Don't show me season trailers. If Sea of Thieves is there, I want story DLC, much like the Pirates of the Caribbean DLC, much like the what was it called? The Hearts DLC. Free DLC, free story DLC. So if Sea of Thieves is there, I want them to be with a story DLC, not a season content trailer, story DLC.
You want a campaign co-op?
They have campaign co-op. I'm just saying, I don't want season trailer. I want DLC story trailers, because that's when I jump back into Sea of Thieves. It's for the stories. Because I do love Sea of Thieves, but I agree with everybody else. I do not need to see a season trailer. If it's a season trailer, get that Sea of Thieves out of there. I don't want to see it.
That could be on the extended.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Now, Everwild. I do think Everwild will be there. Just because it's time. There was a quote-unquote report that it was rebooted, but rebooted in the development world is not the same thing that we think. When we think rebooted, we think they threw everything away and they started over, all this stuff. And, maybe they just decided to go a different route without throwing a lot of the assets away.
What if, and I'll take it. I'll take Everwild if they do this. What if it gets rebooted as a Viva Pinata?
So instead of real, those animals that they showed, it's Viva Pinata animals?
Yeah.
in those lines, in the lines of that, like a mix.
Yeah. Viva Pinata
I'll
Everwild.
In that case, I would just, that's the only way.
Yeah. And I agree here with Sean. He said, agreed, Sea of Thieves has its player base. They don't need to keep shoving it down our throats every showcase. I agree. Like I said, I don't want to see seasons. I want to see stories.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, read this one out for us.
Death Stranding was a psyops for Kojima to see Norman Reedus naked.
Awesome. All right. Let's see. I think that's where we go. That's where we go. Moving on, guys. Roundhouse Studios. Now, Roundhouse is one of the Bethesda studios. They've released absolutely nothing. They got nothing under their name. We know nothing about them. Will Roundhouse finally show us something? Do you think they'll be there?
If they're there, maybe a new IP for them.
Yeah, new
I mean,
IP
from what I'm hearing here, that they said that staff is experienced with FPS, so to RPG. So we'll see. If they got a new IP, show it. If they've been working on it.
All right. Terry, Roundhouse.
Since there's like literally we know nothing really about them, they probably will not be there.
But they were acquired in 2021. It's been years. 2 years.
Oh man, that don't mean anything. If they're literally, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, maybe too soon.
yeah, I feel like if they're working on something, they'll probably start advertising for it before they do like a major showcase. I feel like they're not just going to do a major showcase.
All right. DREADPOOL, Roundhouse. Without leaking, do you think they'll be there?
No.
Nope.
I don't think
All
they
right,
want to show their face. I don't think they want to show anything just yet because they were a support studio for Redfall.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to stay clear of it, so that way the game has no connection with it. So that way, when they do release the game, it'll be later on. So I don't think that they want to have any connection to Redfall.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of agreeing with DREADPOOL on this one. I think if Roundhouse was ready to show something, that now got pulled back as Microsoft wants them to focus on fixing Redfall.
Yeah, and they've been working on Starfield too, so
Yeah,
they're probably concentrating on getting that 100% ready. So
More of a support studio right now.
yes,
yeah, they're more of a support studio at this moment. I don't see them.
they do
being
have
there.
a project. They do have a project in the works. It's just I think their
Yeah.
concentration right now on other games.
Yeah. Maybe my hope is because they're called Roundhouse. Maybe they're making a Roadhouse game where we can get some ass kicking.
Some Patrick Swayze Roundhouse.
Yes.
Gosh,
I just wasn't going to kick my leg up.
I would have loved it if you did. All right. Well, that's 5 games. We're 5 games in, Terry. It is time to check in with the chat poll. How did they do?
All right, which of these announced games are you most excited to see more of? 47% said Fable, of course. 23% said another game, and I'm going to assume that means Starfield. Maybe. I
Maybe
feel like
Roundhouse's game.
the Roundhouse game, that's what it is. 19% for Hellblade and 9% for Perfect Dark. I actually expected the percentages to be higher for Hellblade.
I expected Perfect Dark to be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Another game should have been number 1 if everybody we know was using that for Starfield.
Everybody's hyped for what they got.
So
Yeah.
interesting.
Fable has a big following. So.
It does. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're at that point where if they don't show it, it's going to be bad.
All right. We got 8 studios left. Technically, I'm going to skip Xbox Global Publishing just because. So technically 7 studios left. Guys, let's try to kind of ramrod through these as quickly as possible. Here we go. The one who released a banger in January, Tango Gameworks, is up next. Evil Within, Hi-Fi Rush, Ghostwire Tokyo. Fastback. Will they have something to show?
Yes, Evil Within 3. Let's go.
Evil Within 3. All right. CoolCatTerri.
I don't think they have anything to show.
Oh, nothing. Okay. DREADPOOL.
If it's anything, Evil Within 3, but I think they'll probably just put a splash title.
All right.
I
don't think they'll be there at all.
Fastback just got taken out.
And I saw his daughter took him out.
He released it too early, man. He just got taken out.
He's over there throwing a fit over Tango Gameworks not being there. Tango Gameworks, I don't think will be there. They just released Hi-Fi Rush. Unless it's a DLC announcement, I don't see them being there. Just between us. I know they just released a free pack where you can replace your guitar with a pizza guitar, and that's about where they're at right now.
Yeah.
All right,
Unless
moving
they
on.
have, Ghostwire Tokyo possibly, but even still, I don't think they're gonna have anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'll be there just because they released this year. They're already kind of released. The Coalition, Terry, Gears, and unannounced project. Will Gears 6 be shown? Or
I
are
hope
they
so.
unannounced?
I hope so. Yeah, if the timeline is right for them to have moved on to 6, so that would be pretty big news if they announce that they have Year 6 coming. Even if they just announced that they've officially started it, would be good. So definitely hopeful that they would have something for Gears. I don't know what else they could work on outside of Gears. They're, it's like kind of like the only thing they're known for is Gears. So if they're going to branch away, that'd be interesting. But yeah, no, I think we're at that point where we're ready for Gears 6. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens on that one. Fred. Coalition. Good? You there?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Good.
So
Coalition.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to go with you're going to see the chainsaw cutting through the wall. And then as it cuts through the wall, you'll see it like a circular blade, and the sparks are going to form the rest of the 6. And that's it.
Ooh,
That's
so
all
just an announcement.
Right?
That end game announcement there.
I can't say much more than that. That's all
right.
they'll do.
That's all they'll do. Okay. Fastback, Gear, Coalition, will they be there?
Yes, Gear 6 will be announced. Let's go. Ready. We're due.
All right. I think the Coalition will be there. Personally, I think it's time for Gears 6 because Gears 5 came out 4 years ago.
Yeah, man,
So it's time. It's time to see Unreal Engine 5 and the masters of Unreal go at it and show the world how it's done.
Time to end that trilogy, right? Finish the trilogy.
And there's no end to this. There's no end to this Gears
Wow.
story. You got kids,
To
grandkids,
this current one,
grandkids.
and then the grandkids after the next trilogy.
This is
Why
the
not?
never-ending war for the planet Sarah.
Yes.
I love Gears so much. I hope it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever else they're working on.
I hope this time, but it's 4-player co-op. Even though what happened at the end of the other one, they need to add another character to play.
I'm happy with 3 players personally, but if they make it 4-player, because it used to be only 2-player,
Yeah,
so they keep expanding it. But we'll see where it goes.
we'll see.
Yeah, and I am hyped for the Coalition. The Initiative, Perfect Dark. Will we see Joanna?
Yes.
Fastback.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's do. Yeah, no, let's do. I mean, it's been they put them together in 2018 or so, and they did show what's the name was his daughter was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Phil went there and played whatever they had. So we are due for a end engine gameplay.
All right. CoolCatTerri, Perfect Dark. Are we going to see Elvis the Alien again?
I don't know if Elvis will be there, but I definitely want to see what they have going on for Perfect Dark. I love Perfect Dark, so I do want to see something for that. So hopefully they have something, at least gameplay would be the best thing to see. I don't know if they'll have much gameplay to show, but I really would like to see some gameplay.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. DREADPOOL, are we going to see Joanna Dark taking it to Datadyne?
Yes. Of course. I mean, even with that pause, you want to see some action. You want to see Joanna Dark just go through there, machine guns blazing, just bring it back and show us some real action and just kind of go from there. Just show us something. I don't care if it's gameplay or not. Just give us a cinematic in engine. Okay, don't just give us a video of it. We want some in engine. Show us what it's going to be like, and then kind of move on. Just give us a brief glimpse, and then move on. Don't give us enough to be able to sit there and tear it apart and be like, well, what about this? This wasn't that. 5 seconds, just like boom, boom, boom. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? 5 seconds, just like, something like that to feed us the appetite, and then next year drop it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, bring back the laptop gun. It has
laptop,
to be.
yes.
It has to be in the.
You know what? It's not going to be the laptop gun no more. It's going to be the cell phone gun now.
Smartphone gun.
That's right, the smartphone gun. You know what, man? I have so many good memories. I'm going to say I loved the multiplayer in Perfect Dark more than I loved 007 GoldenEye. That laptop gun and the gadgets that you could use were just added so many levels to it and so much more frustration if you played against someone that knew how to utilize it.
That X-ray gun.
I was brutal in that because I would have laptop guns everywhere, and then I put sticky grenades on every single door, so if the laptop gun didn't get you the door one, because you're forced to open the door.
I figured out how to put sticky grenades in the vents. So if you thought you were going in a vent, boom, blown up. Yeah, no, I want Perfect Dark so much. Like, and the story, I love the story. I love the sci-fi-ness of it all. I love the espionage. I love the campiness of it all with Elvis the alien.
Yeah.
And when it went to the 360 with the environmental style espionage, all that stuff.
Yes.
I love all of it. All of it. I really want Perfect Dark to come out. I want Joanna Dark to be a thing.
With Gallagher working on it from when he was on Tomb Raider, I guess we'll have that similar
and
gameplay
Crystal
style.
Dynamics. Yeah, Crystal
Yeah,
Dynamics.
they've been helping with it. Yeah.
Too, so
yeah,
we should get
Joanna Dark should be
some new Tomb Raider images.
Yeah,
That's
Joanna Dark should be Perfect Dark should be a staple of the Xbox brand.
Yes,
it should be. I don't know why this franchise has not been taken care of with more seriousness, and it's good. Derek Gallagher hopefully delivers.
Part of it was the multiplayer was an online training session, and when you died, it was digital. So I think part of it, because I know when we were playing, it lost its feel when you would die, or the other person you killed ended up digitizing, and I think part of that pulled away.
Yeah, multiplayer doesn't need to make sense, guys. It just needs to be fun.
Yeah, chaotic.
Yeah, chaotic.
Yep.
Do you think there will be multiplayer?
So fun.
There better be.
Yeah.
And there better be the X-ray gun.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. And you can literally shoot through the entire map. Oh, my gosh. The entire map.
You're like, where did I get shot from? And this is stuff like this, or you want the
You could be
cams.
anywhere. You could be anywhere on the map. And once you figured out where all the spawn points were, you can literally just zoom your camera around to the spawn points and get them as they came in. Oh my god, that thing was brutal.
Be brutal with them. Don't give them anywhere to breathe. I used to put laptop guns on spawn points for fun.
Stuff like that wouldn't survive in today though, because that's.
But it should. It should. It just needs to be chaotic and fun.
Spawn camping has evolved to where people don't have tolerance for that no more.
Right. Shout out to Shaddai. He is from Xbox International in Espanol. He says blasphemy 007 is better. That's what I say. It was fun, but Perfect Dark is better. Fastback says, easy 00 Shady. I love that one. 007 Shady. All right, moving on, guys. Turn 10 with Forza Motorsport 8, technically, but just rebranding to Forza Motorsport for some reason. Fastback.
Yes, it will be there showing it all its glory, and it will have a release date.
All right. CoolCat.
The more than likely will be there. It's one of those things that it's definitely expected. So I would think it'd be a safe assumption for them to be there.
Yeah. All right. DREADPOOL.
I'm looking at the W3442 with the Hurst shifter in there. Yeah. I love that car. That's one of my favorite cars. That's why Demolition Man was like iconic.
Right.
They had the car. And for them to push this out there and show you that they have this car, sweet baby Jesus. We are playing this game this year.
Yes.
This is going to be, we're going to see everything in all its glory.
Forza Motorsport is more serious sim racing than Forza Horizon, but I still love it. It's more technical, but I still love it. I love Forza Motorsport as a whole. Every time I play Forza Motorsport, I'm like, they can't make the next one look any better. They can't make the next one look any better than this. They already look so real, and they do. That Forza Tech engine is something else, and they've completely revamped it for the Xbox Series X. Ray tracing. I don't know if it's going to have real-time ray tracing during races. I think it will. I hope it does. I'm ready to see more Forza, man. I am so excited for Forza. This is
Again,
one of the, Halo Gears Forza. There's a reason you might think that's silly, but there's a reason why Forza is part of the big three.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Again,
because
they've
it's
been
a
around a
sim
long
racer
time
out there.
Yeah.
yeah, I was going to say again, the studio also utilizes a lot of the tech that Xbox puts in their consoles.
Mhm.
So this is a prime example of what the tech can do. Unfortunately, this is one of the few studios that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sean. He says Forza is the best racer, bar none. It's a must to be there for the racing fans. Absolutely. Yeah, I know people. I've been at GameStop, and I know people have literally walked in, bought an Xbox just for Forza. It sells consoles. People take their sim racers seriously, guys.
I used to like back in the day when wherever you pre-ordered it from, you got a vehicle, DLC. I did enjoy that back in the day. Yeah. But I say, look, so Forza Motorsport needs to show the Forza Motorsport movie to counter Gran Turismo movie. Let's go.
Get the hell out of here, guys. Send him DMs.
It's all about movies, game movies, and game shows now. So
all they have
We
to
don't
do
need
is
Fast
just
and
drop
Furious,
off.
the movie. I just need the Forza, and it's put on Forza.
All they have to do is drop a Demolition Man 4K, and you're good. There's your
that'd be
movie.
great. Forza Police Chases or something. All right, Undead Labs. Oh, Undead Labs. How could I forget about Undead Labs? Fastback. Undead Labs. Will they be there?
As much as I want them to be, I love State of Decay 1 and 2. I'm not sure they would be ready. When did they tease this? It was teased at the Game Awards, right?
The Showcase of Dreams, the 2020.
And I think they've been working on it even though when they were done with the State of Decay 2.
They last released State of Decay updates a year and a half ago.
Man, I would love. Well, because I love Undead Labs. Yes, they'll be there, and they're going to give us what's been going on. And this is in Unreal Engine 5 too. State of Decay 3. Let's go,
Terry.
I mean, I don't care if they're there or not. So
you're breaking my heart, Terry.
Yeah, no, they're going to show them. They're going to give us a release date. It's been a while. And actually, the last update was Heart Attack, update 33, May 10th of 2023.
Oh, dang. DREADPOOL's got his notes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why I was like, wait a second. They just released an update on State of Decay 2. So, again, this may be one of the last updates, but State of Decay 3 will be out, and I think they'll give us something. Maybe a release date might be too much to ask for, but it could be 2024. I'm sorry, so 2024. And to me, here's the other thing, right? Games like this should be released on October, or at least right before October.
This one here,
great. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Build up the hype for Halloween. Halloween builds up the hype for the games. So you do it then. You don't do it like in spring. You don't do it in the summer. Like Redfall. Redfall should have been in October, and I know it probably should have been last October, but you kind of you do it now, and you see what's releasing right now. Alan Wake. Was it Alone in the Dark? You got a few others that are being released right in October, and it's the perfect setting and the perfect time to play these games. Yeah.
Yep.
You want spooky time.
That's right. You do. I think that's a great point. That's a great time to release. Undead Labs. First off, I love The Walking Dead, and Undead Labs, the State of Decay is the closest to a Walking Dead simulator as I can get. I got to manage the community. I got to manage their power. I got to manage their food. I got to manage their water. I got to manage interpersonal relationships. I got to manage it all, and I love it. I love State of Decay 1. I love State of Decay 2 with my friends. It was even more fun and funnier.
It was,
it was just so much fun with my friends, just getting out of a car and just all of us blasting at the zombies at the same time. conquering zones. Like I need power and going to conquer a power plant. It was just amazing. So I hope Undead Labs really delivers on State of Decay 3. I am really looking forward to it. I don't think it's this year, and I don't think it's next year. I think that this is a 2025 game. But if it is a 2025 game, it better be an October 2025 game, as DREADPOOL put it, as that is the perfect time for this game. But I think they will be there. I really hope they're there.
I'm okay with that. 25.
Let's check in with the chat. Xbox International Eternal Shaddai says heart attack. You mean Heartland? No, he means heart attack.
Update 33, heart attack.
Update 33,
I'm looking at it right here.
Sean says straight to the point there, Terry. Absolutely. Terry went on 3 dates with her husband. She said, "We getting married or what?" Straight to the point.
That did not happen.
I'm just messing with you, Terry. Let's see. The only game that's missing for October will be Condemned 3 if Sega announces it today. We'll see. Condemned would be great. And shout out to Prey. He says, "Hey, all, have a nice day." Shout out to Prey. Thank you so much for joining us. Prey, we love seeing you here in the Iconic Video Games channel. Every time you come in, it is a treat. That's right. Throw in a Negan, and this is going to be State of Decay to mix it up. Yeah. I really think they're working on their storytelling in State of Decay 3. Because it was okay in State of Decay 2. Yeah. It really needed something. I think the storytelling, once it improves, State of Decay will be, just fantastic. World's Edge, Age of Empires 4 is supposed to release for the consoles. Do you think they'll do a console launch trailer or something else, Fastback?
Yes. And that might even be released today.
Yeah, I could see this one shadow dropping.
Yeah.
Cool Cat?
Probably.
She doesn't care.
Couldn't care. I don't care.
But just remember, Phil himself said it. Age of Empires 2 is one of the biggest games.
I know. Huge game. That doesn't change the fact that I don't care.
I tell you what, I played a lot of it on console, and it played very well with the controller. So
absolutely.
Expect the same.
World's Edge was created to handle the RTS branch of Xbox. DREADPOOL.
I'm not sure we'll see anything. Again, too many studios, too many games. We can't have every studio release everything. So they've already done Age of 4. So I don't think that there's anything to announce.
Maybe at Gamescom, right? Because when they
Gamescom would be the place to do that.
Yeah, I can see that.
That'd be more of a place to do that because of the style of the game. RTS fares better in Europe than it does here in the US.
You're cutting me deep, DREADPOOL. You're cutting me deep. I want you to know that.
I'm just saying, man.
PC was specifically for RTS.
I was an RTS fanboy back in the NES days, and I used to play StarCraft and Warcraft and all that, man. I used to be all about that. It's just it's not as prevalent here anymore. In Europe and Asia, yes. Not as much in the Americas.
I think it's going to be there with a console launch trailer. But what I'm hopeful for is that I get a Halo Wars 3 trailer from World's Edge. Just like they have a CRPG, a tactics studio. Now they have an RTS studio who can handle in-house Halo Wars, the franchise. And I love Halo Wars so much, man. I play it. I used to play that thing every day, every week, up until last year sometime. And even now, I just fired it up earlier this year, and still as much fun as I enjoy it. I'm ready for more Halo Wars, and hopefully World's Edge will give me what I want. Give me a Halo Wars 3 announcement. I would love it. I would really love it. World's Edge, come on, don't let me down.
I like to see a Gears RTS.
I think Gears is better in the tactics realm, personally, because of that cover shooting aspect. I think it works for them better. But, not to say that they can't do it. What is it? Company of Heroes does cover shooting in RTS. So it is possible. It is possible. So there you go. World's Edge. Xbox Game Studios Publishing. We're keeping ZeniMax Studios Online, the guys of Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76. Now, Elder Scrolls Online announced Necrom at the Game Awards, I believe, or somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Fallout 76 is kind of a never has at this point.
Easy now. It's doing well. They've supported it. A lot of people are happy with it. So
Yeah,
it's got its,
I'm just saying,
it's got its
you know,
group.
We
but
played it
do you
after
think they'll be
a
there?
few months.
Do you think they'll be there? Fastback.
No, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
All right, you don't think so?
Let's say, what is it? Which one is ZeniMax? Well, I was going to say real quick with the Xbox Game Studios, they might show Avalanche's game, Contraband.
Contraband, okay.
But the ZeniMax, I'm not sure. Unless they want to show some other online support stuff. I don't know.
Okay. CoolCatTerri?
But yeah, I expect them to be there. They're always pushing content for ESO, so they'll be there just to push more content. That'll be about it.
All right. DREADPOOL.
I see no need. I don't think they'll do it. They've already shown enough.
After
There's
show
nothing.
event type deal.
Yeah, I mean, even then, I don't see a need for it, to be honest. Again, it's just even Fallout 76. We played it with GBTB, Game Beyond the Box crew, right? We all played it months after. We all had a good time, but I don't see them coming out with Fallout 77 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So again, Elder Scrolls. I can understand pushing out more notoriety to the game to hopefully get more interest and keep on keep it as a topic of discussion. But again, I don't think that they'll do it so soon.
I'm kind of in the DREADPOOL camp. They don't need to be there. Necron just launched.
Yeah.
Like just launched to great fanfare. People are loving it. And Fallout 76, I don't see them having anything relevant to announce unless it's some sort of story-based DLC. Again, the Sea of Thieves route. So, and of course, Elder Scrolls, all their releases are DLCs, story DLCs, which is why I think they're relevant. So if they are there, I hope they're on the extended show. So I don't see why they should be there at the main showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Is all I'm saying. And that's it. We went through all the studios. Contraband, of course. If they do show it, I'm not interested right now. If they show it, maybe they'll pique my interest. But let's go ahead and end the poll there. Terry, how did the audience vote?
All right. Are you watching the showcase today? 73% said I'm watching it live. 26 people said yes with a content creator, and no one said that they're not watching it or they're not watching it live. So everyone's going to be watching it live in some fashion.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. Now, we are 11 o'clock. We have 1 hour before showtime. Do we want to wrap it up now, or do we want to talk about our third topic? Because I know Terry was really looking forward to this topic.
Was I?
100%.
No, I know what topic is. Heck no. I'm good. Go get something to eat before the big show.
All right, so let's just give some quick thoughts on hopes and dreams of Starfield. Then let's just cover it quickly as we possibly can. So I'm going to give this topic a 15-minute time limit. I will cut everybody off at 11:15 if we're done or not. Or sorry, 11:20. So here we go. Starfield, guys. God Howard. Fastback. Hopes and dreams for Starfield. Let's go.
I'm hoping to show more of the other factions, show off some more planets, and I don't want to see too much of story. I don't want no spoilers, but just give us a deep dive in the overall, the mechanics, the characters, planets, creatures, whatever, ships. A little more on the shipbuilding. I thought that was cool. They showed some of that, so. Yeah, I'm excited for Starfield. I definitely can't wait to play it.
Absolutely. Terry, I know you love this game.
I mean, like I said, I want this game to surprise me because right now they haven't done nothing to get me hyped for it. I have no interest in it. I don't know. I feel like I want them to convince me to actually pick this game up and play it. I want to see more vibrant worlds. I don't want them to be all barren. I don't want everything to be empty. Like I feel like if I'm exploring, I want to be encountering stuff pretty often. I don't want to go somewhere and then nothing happens. And it was just like, why did I even come here and waste my dang time? And I feel like that's what this game is going to be. It's going to be like No Man's Sky. They're going to have you have all these stupid planets and there's nothing there. And that's what I do not want. I want them to show me that they're not doing that. And they haven't shown me they're not doing that. So show me that this is going to, I want this game to impress me.
Well, this is the time for them to do it, right?
Yeah, this is their moment that either they're going to change my mind or it's going to forever be Starfield to me. So,
oh my God! You would say that about God Howard.
Yeah.
Game of the year guaranteed, God Howard.
I don't know. Like this is their moment to convince me.
All right. DREADPOOL, God Howard's game, Starfield, first new franchise from Bethesda in from that studio in 25 years.
As Terry says, if this doesn't hit and this is a star fail, he's going to be a false prophet, God Howard.
False prophet, God Howard.
No, I mean, here's the thing. This game never really interested me from the get-go, but the more and more I see it, the more I'm interested in seeing what it's about. No Man's Sky really ruined it for me. And I know it's got nothing to do with it. It's totally different, even though there's certain similarities. So from what we've seen so far, it looks pretty good. Now I want to see somebody actually playing it. I want to see. I don't know. I mean, I'd rather play it and find out what it's like. I think that's what it is. It's gotten to the point that the hype is overhyped, and I just want to play it. I want to see for myself and see if I'm actually going to be interested in this, or as my initial thoughts are, meh, I can live without it.
All right. I am super hyped for Starfield. I'm so happy it's getting its own dedicated show. I cannot wait to see more about it. I cannot wait to play more on it. I cannot wait to do whatever it is I'm going to do, explore new planets, 1,000 planets. I don't even know if I'll be able to land on 1,000 planets.
Space stations, other factions.
Planets. They're all handcrafted planets. They're not RNG planets like they are in No Man's Sky, which I found to be completely boring. The whole premise of it was boring. This is going to have quests. It's going to be Skyrim in space with Fallout shooting mechanics, it looks like. It's going to have space battles. It's going to have a fantastic RPG element. So you're going to have factions and sub-factions and all kinds of stuff. Because, Skyrim is just so deep and the mechanics are so great. I don't see this game not hitting for RPG fans. Yeah. Now, if you want this to be like a No Man's Sky, I think you're going to be let down. You're not going to be able to fly your ship down. You're just going to say, hey, I want to dock in here, and you're going to get a cutscene. I'm okay with that. Because the main part of this is going to be space battles with your ship that you make, or moving goods, and fighting on land. And I mean, look at this, you're already killing people, other colonists, if you will. So I'm really looking forward to this game. And if it's like Skyrim, which I think it will be, there are going to be far more races than just humans out there. Right now, I think they just showed us humans to maybe not give it all away. But I really feel that we're going to encounter other species that are intelligent, just like in Skyrim. There's no way you can have 1,000 planets and not run into another life form. And so I am so hyped for this. I'm so glad they're bringing it in.
So now the important question. Are you team 60 FPS or bust? Or are you going to play it at 30 FPS like Todd Howard said he prefers his game to be at?
This is a first-party game. It has to have 60. That's the way I see it. First party must have 60 because I am a believer that if you have a console and you have games on it, if you don't show people how great your console is, and if your first party development studios don't show it, nobody else will. So I think this game needs to be 60.
Your false prophet said 30 is how he likes.
You know what? That was before false prophet. was underneath the guidance of his Lord and Savior Phil Spencer. So
No,
He's
he
a
said
30
it while he was
FPS
under.
God prophet, not a 60 God prophet.
that's right. He's getting upgraded. You're reading Old Testament God Howard. It's time for New Testament God Howard.
So now the next question.
Terry just shake her head.
You think we're gonna get some Star Trek relations, a la Captain Kirk?
You know, if I'm not able to colonize space with my legacy, I don't know what I'm doing in life here. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna play Starfield no matter what frame it's on, but I am adamant that if you're first party, you need to show off the power of your console, and the way to do that is through 60 frames, in my opinion.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. They need to show off what the Xbox X and S, both of them. They need to show what they can both do, and show that the S is not a limitation. It's just a graphical limitation. The CPU is the same. And the memory is a little less, which is also part of the graphical limitation. Other than that, the CPU can handle anything that the X can handle.
Yeah. The CPU, the GPU, they're capable. They just got to optimize. But I also want to see gameplay captured on an Xbox Series X. I don't want PC gameplay. I don't want targeting Xbox Series X. I don't want none of that. I want shown running on an Xbox Series X. I'm tired of I guess my trust was eroded with Redfall because it looked fantastic, and then what we saw on the Xbox Series X was not what we saw on the PC. You know, because of course I can throw a 4090 in a PC and show things that a console can't do.
The 4090 was also choking.
I don't want to be led by the false advertisement marketing team.
Yeah, but the 4090 was also choking because it wasn't optimized.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can have a game that chokes out a 4090, that tells you that their optimization's not there. They're just going with raw power, and even with raw power, you can't do it. And that's where optimization is key across PC and console. They have to have it set up right. And if they don't, you know, that's where I think that's why they're also pushing for the 30 versus the 60 that everybody wants.
You know, if this was Skyrim with just some hand-to-hand combat, you know, arms combat, I'd be more akin to accepting 30. But you saw there's guns. We need to have 60 when there's guns. It's just so much smoother.
I would agree with you on that if it was multiplayer.
If it was multiplayer.
Yeah. No, yeah. To me, I don't care. I would like it in 60, but if it does well in 30 and it looks good, I'm okay. I'm practically blind. I can't tell.
I'll take 120 if I could. However,
120.
I'm being a little bit realistic.
I have a TV that can do it. I would take 120 all day.
Right. I'm just being realistic.
If you had the TV and the PC that can do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hyped for Starfield, and I want them to really show it. I really want people like Terry and DREADPOOL to be like next week. Oh, the Starfield Direct came out, and Terry's all like, "Yeah, man, Starfield." You know, I'm ready to go.
I want that to happen. I do, because like right now, I feel like I don't know. Like there's just something about this game that just I don't know. It just makes me depressed. So like I want it to wow me.
What would really wow me is if it was multiplayer, but because it's single player, and I understand why they're doing it. But if it was multiplayer where we could all join up and get on a ship like what the heck's it called?
Millennium Falcon?
No, well, yeah, that would be awesome. That would definitely be awesome. Borderlands. How Borderlands does the ship flying. You pick your mission and you travel to that world and you all go together. So something like that would be great. That way you can, you know, design your ship and okay, who's going to be the captain, and that's the ship you go on, and you can still free roam inside the ship, you know, and then figure out where your next mission is, and then you go from there. That would be cool. But again, this isn't that type of game.
No, it's not.
No, I think I agree with like Cy Alex in chat. I'd rather this be single player, and then give it a few years, and we'll get a Starfield 76, and then you get your multiplayer. Be all right.
Whoa! It's Starfield 24.
Or that
24th century. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. I cannot wait to play it. it should have already been in my hands last year, November 11th, 11/11, but they delayed it. So hopefully it's now targeting September, I think.
Yeah.
Is it September?
I believe they gave a date. Then it's September 6th.
Yeah, September. So I cannot wait for September. I cannot wait to get this in my hands and just play this awesome space. If you know me, you know I love sci-fi. I love space. So I really cannot wait to play this, and I hope it delivers.
What if
Not
the
just
end game,
from the God Howard stance of being as good, being this deep RPG with layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of storytelling, but also at being a great Xbox first-party game.
what if the end game you find out when you speak to God that Fallout had advanced from the post-apocalyptic world, and this is a continuation?
You know what? If all those worlds are put together, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with
Right?
joined
Could
universes.
you imagine that? Imagine
I would be fine with
streamline?
it. Yeah.
I remember at first when they first revealed this, I thought it was a Fallout in space.
Mhm.
That would be cool if it's in the same universe, but I don't think it is. Just
Well,
from
Todd
the
even said
style
it's
and everything.
Todd even said it's Skyrim in space.
Yeah,
Yeah, Skyrim in
Skyrim.
space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but not Fallout.
Yeah, because you imagine though, you went from Skyrim, advanced so many years to Fallout, and advanced
Fallout,
so
and
many
then-
years.
That
Okay,
would be
not
cool.
years,
But, yeah,
yeah,
Would be very
millennia.
cool.
never know.
It would be. All right, guys. Terry, we had a poll in the chat. Can you read us the chat?
Are you hyped for Starfield Direct? 55% said yes, 33% said no, and 11% said I need to see more.
All right. There you go. So, and we have that exact mix here. We got yes, no, and need to see more as well. So, guys, there is no wrong answer. You feel how you feel,
Yeah.
right? Let's check in with the chat. Let's see. You can't have something on every planet. Got rocks. I'm just kidding. Yeah, and I agree with Terry. This is the future. There can be colony stations, animal life, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, terraforming. I
There
expect
can
to see
just
some
be
terraforming.
encounters. There can just be some sort of encounter. I'm not saying you have to have civilization on every planet, but you
Mhm.
should have some sort of encounter of
Yeah.
something. Even if all it is you falling into a cavern of lava or something, just have something that
Yeah,
made it
some ice
worthwhile to
geysers
go
would
there.
be awesome.
Okay, I don't want to visit a planet, and you can literally never visit the planet because there's no reason to visit the planet, but you're visited just because you can. Like, I don't want that. Like, there has to be a reason for each one.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree with Terry. And they're all handcrafted, so there should be something.
Well, yeah,
let's see.
resources. Yeah, definitely.
RWK88 says, I have a feeling it's going to take an hour just to start Starfield. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take forever to just make my character. Cy Alex says, I'm just hyped for the Thomas the Tank Engine and space mods. Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate seeing that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Lost Boomer said he's okay with the 60-40 life split on planets. Yeah. Not every planet needs to have life, but they need to have something.
Yeah, I
Maybe
just
A
some
hunting
sort of
story or
quest.
something, you know?
Yeah, even if the quest is go here and retrieve something, if it's just fetch questing, as annoying as that is, at least it gives you a reason to visit the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but how realistic are they going to make it though? Because I mean, you look in our own solar system, there's not much else anywhere else.
No, there's not. But so not very realistic because they're going to put something everywhere to keep gamers' attention.
But you're
This
gonna
isn't
have barren
Starfield
planets.
Simulator.
and-
This is Starfield fantasy.
and
Yeah, I understand
with
there's a
resources and
There's going to be a plan, but there still has to be a reason to go there.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I mean, like I said, resources. You need this. This planet has these resources to keep,
Yeah.
whatever for crafting and all that.
That's my only thing. There has to
Yeah.
be a reason, not
Yeah.
we made it because we can, and you're gonna just go there because you can. There's no
Just
reason to
put your-
go there.
Just
but
put
you
your
can.
flag on there. Just put your flag and go.
I don't want that.
Oh man, I'm so into that though. I just go because I can.
Yeah,
You know,
me too.
like,
I'm okay with that.
I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom right now, and I don't need to go where I'm going. I'm just going because I'm to find out. And everywhere I go, I am finding out. And there's something interesting to find out.
Exactly. There has to
Yeah.
be something.
Yeah. So they need to go off that direction. Sean says, I'm currently playing Red Dead Redemption 2 at a solid 30, but 60 would be so much better. But yeah, it's 30 and I'm still rocking it. Yeah, I love Red Dead Redemption 2. Great, but it would have been better at 60. Lost Boomer, Axel's trying to play Pong in 60 frames per second. You're damn right. I didn't lose. I lost because there was delay. There was what do you call that? When there's delay, latency. I lost because of latency. See why Alex 1440, 144 FPS gang here. Dang. Agreed, Axel. This is the Xbox showcase, not the dang PC showcase. Yeah, absolutely. Show me Xbox.
But
no, I
argue it's the Xbox brand.
Yes, exactly, Terry. That's what I said.
It's not called the Xbox console showcase. It's the Xbox brand because we all have argued how many times about how they're more than a console.
Thank you, Terry.
They are, but
it's
the
ecosystem.
Xbox, when you say Xbox, a lot of people still only think console primarily.
Yes, but then when we have other conversations, we all sit there and advocate about how they're more than a console, and then as soon as the showcase comes on, all of a sudden everybody flips a switch and stops thinking that way. No, that don't fly.
It's the ecosystem. It has to be.
Yeah,
you have to show the best of everything. So I believe a little bit of everything. You can show how good it looks on PC, but show us how good it looks on an Xbox One X or Series. Yeah. Why do I keep saying one? Series X, and show us a Series S. I also said put that 3 slice. Have the slice here where you got PC, Xbox, X, and then
Cloud.
The S.
They've done that before, right? Back in the day,
they've done it before. Everybody's like, no,
the 1S and the 1X and. Yeah, no, I don't mind that. I mean,
I don't mind that. Just a little sliver. Yeah. Just let us see what it looks like for a sliver. Don't do it the whole time, but just like bring it in. Hey, here's what PC looks like. Here's what or do it the reverse. Show us what the S looks like, and then bring in like a half a screen. Show us what the X looks like, and then bring in the other half screen and show us what the PC looks like in comparison. And then go the rest of the way, whichever version you want. But at least show us each version to know, okay, well, the S and the X don't look that much different from the PC. Just show us what the differences are and let us know what you're playing on each version.
Yeah. As I said, I'm a believer. If you have a console, you need to show the world what your console is capable of. Because Xbox does have that mandate that if you make an Xbox game for their console, you also got to make it for the S. So you know what? You know who needs to show them how to do that? You need to show them how great it is to do that. You do. And that's just my belief.
First party leads the way.
That's what it is. But overall, guys, I am super hyped for the show. We're 30 minutes away from the show. We're gonna get out of here. As I know, Fastback is gonna roll right into an LG channel. So Fastback, real quick, tell the fans where to find you next.
Well, you can find me next on the Next Level Gaming podcast here soon, right before the Xbox Game Show. And we go live, and the podcast is regular on every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. And guys, we want to thank you, all of you in the chat, for coming in and tuning in to Good Morning Xbox on the Iconic Video Games channel. We wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVPs to any of the shows we do here. And we're going to get out of here and go watch some Xbox Showcase. I'm Axel1324.
And I'm CoolCatTerri.
I'm DREADPOOL.
And we'll catch you guys next week for our reactions. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Adios. Have fun at the Xbox.